It's Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered. I know, right? We've done this one a bazillion times. Be sure to like the stream. Subscribing's great as well. Buying this game, any game on that Xbox store, the affiliate link in the video description takes you to the Microsoft Store, and it supports the content on the channel. Get ready for that big summer sale, guys, because it should be coming pretty soon. Again, it should literally be this week, so if you're buying anything, just keep me in mind. We'll also have a video that goes over all the deals when the time comes, right? There's the Amazon affiliate link for anything on Amazon, because I know the big Amazon sale is coming too. So, seriously, just go through the link, buy your stuff on Amazon, sports content, and consider becoming a channel member. Cool perks, emotes, icons. It's like $1 to join, why not become a channel member? Anyways, should be fun. And I'm only in like slight panic mode because like the judge was supposed to like provide a ruling on the deal, and today was like the last day for the FTC to provide an update. I mean, there's still like 2 hours left, but like, yeah, it's not looking good for the deal. Now that being said, I mean, theoretically the judge could waive the 5-day wait period, or make it a shorter wait period, I guess, but yeah, I don't know. I thought we were just gonna get the ruling today, so I am pretty surprised. I mean, there's still like, I think literally like 2 hours left, but hour and a half, 2.5 hours, something like that. But yeah, just a bit of anxiety, just kind of waiting for this to wrap up and have a say. It would really suck though for the deal to kind of like be done and we, you know, get the okay afterwards and stuff. And yeah, it is crazy. I mean, like I said, these usually they would, you know, these choices that the judge of that sort would make would be like, it would take like 40 days to do usually, so it is an accelerated sort of fast track for this kind of thing, but you know, it is trying to be within the deadline, so just in a bit of a panic is all. Well, not a panic, I guess, just a bit of anxiety is like, what's going on? Is it gonna happen? What's gonna happen? You know what I mean? I'm just like, oh, stress. Night vision levels of stress.
Hello.
Oh god, there's a child talking.
Damn.
What's up?
Oh, there.
How do I mute everyone? There we go, now I don't have to hear this child that's level 4 talking. Not that I have any problem with children enjoying the magic of COD. I sure know I did when I was a child, but, you know. Especially checking out this old game for the first time, because they're like a level 4, that's pretty cool. Mad respect for checking out an absolute classic for the first time. That's like the biggest hope though, is the deal goes through and then like all this stuff's on Game Pass and then people can play COD. Older CODs that I love for like the first time. To me that'd be pretty cool. Actually, you know, if I would have bought stock in Activision Blizzard right now, I'd just be sitting there like shaking. I'd be like, what the heck is going on? And I came so close so many times to buying stock too. But yeah, my GIC literally doesn't end till like, well, I think it's like this week or something, so. I guess there's technically still time to buy stock, but yeah. Anyways. How's the day going? Oh, hi folks, hello there. Yeah. How's the day going? It's a good day. Yeah, I had a lovely time. I went to one of our kind of beach lakes. I didn't go to the beach lake. I should go there actually, it'd be nice. It looks like a quaint thing. Because it didn't seem too busy during the week, which is nice. But then I went for a walk along this like long stretch. It took like 2 hours or something like that. It was like a long walk along like the river, and got some nice photos, I think, some so-so photos, and then I went and got some pepino subs, and yeah, just kind of been chilling, I guess. Just worked on some stuff, hanging out. I think tomorrow I'm pretty hyped up. I'm gonna get up and go to Costco, get a hot dog, and then go watch Mission Impossible in the afternoon. So yeah, should be a lovely day. Very excited for tomorrow. What settings do I use? The default settings, I think. Yeah, default settings. Yeah, pretty default. I do well in this too. I mean, this game was like, was what I played back in the day. It's a real shame we don't have, like, the option to have enough players so we can play, like, Domination, or, like, I played Headquarters back when this came out. My KD ratio would be, like, way higher if we had, because, all I can do is basically Team Deathmatch, right? That's all people play in this game is Team Deathmatch. But, like, if we had, Headquarters, my KD ratio would be, like, through the freaking roof on this game, man. Has the deal gone through? Nope. Anyways, I hope people have had a good day, too. Technically, I think there's about an hour and a half left in time, or 2.5 hours. I think it's midnight Pacific is the closing time. So for me, it would be an hour and a half to midnight. So I think there's still like 2.5 hours left or something like that. Yeah, I don't know. So like, yeah. So I think this could be the end of the deal, essentially. But like, again, there is... I guess, the judge could waive the 5-day wait period. The, Activision, Blizzard, and Microsoft could come up with a new deadline. They could, but I think Activision... I think Bobby Kotick was pretty clear that if the injunction is granted, they're just going to back out of the deal and take the $3 billion from Microsoft and call it a day. Which is, well within their right. The company has rebounded incredibly, from all the scandals and stuff like that. Activision, Modern Warfare 2 sold like crazy. They made tons of money. Diablo 4 sold like crazy. They made tons of money. They've had some big hits over the last, year. So, I mean, they don't really need to get bought. And I don't think anyone else could afford to buy them anymore if they were to go under new terms of, like, purchase. But... yeah, that's the situation right now. So, like, there's still... basically, it's a we don't know. Today, my god, the flashbangs. Today was essentially the final day, but there are, strangely, like most things in life, there are ways around stuff that could happen still. So the biggest thing is, literally, yeah, we don't know. The deal could still technically complete today because, it is Pacific time where the judge is and everything, so that could happen. I don't think that's going to happen. The other thing is, well, see, there's like a website for the government of like the US government that you can like follow. So usually when information about the court case is like updated, you'll see like a note there. But I don't know, maybe they went around that. Maybe Microsoft already knows. I mean, like I said prior, it is a sealed envelope that is being, that's how the news is delivered, is via like a sealed envelope. So like, maybe they already know and we don't know, but like I said, that website that tracks that stuff should technically be updated if any decision was made. So, yeah. Mondays, am I right? Mondays. Monday. Tellus is behaving themselves? A lot better since we fixed the cord with where the bunnies were biting it. Yeah. I don't know. I just usually, in a video game, I typically use the default settings, and I just, use them. I'm not usually too bothered. I adapt my gameplay to how each game plays. There have been a few times where I've had to change sensitivity. I think Bad Company 2 was one of them. I had to change the sensitivity on. That one, I think there was like literally 2 or 3 games I've ever bothered actually adjusting that kind of thing. And that's because it was, like, literally, for me it wasn't even playable. So it has to be pretty bad, like, sensitivity and stuff for me to actually sit there and, like, fiddle with settings. I know some people go really intense about it, but for me, I'm not really too bothered with stuff, because people are always like, oh, what's your settings in that? I'm just, like, regular, it's not really too bothered. I always thought it was kind of silly when you're playing, like, other CODs and, kids are spinning around doing circles, and I'm just like, whatever. I don't like that the other team has lost a couple players, though. Less people to shoot. Bad for business. No, come on. Did that chopper save me? I think it did. Anyways, yeah, I'm doing good, you know. Having some fun, going out doing some stuff. It's been nice. Yeah. Trying to find a time to maybe go do Stampede so I can like get some photos, check it out. But I've got a really busy week this week. Like there is a lot going on. I have my big bank appointment on like Thursday. I have a super secret special game session thing or other that randomly got thrown together last minute that I'm doing on Wednesday. So that's gonna be like a huge chunk of my day. Is gonna be this super secret special session thing. Ooh, I know, right? Oh my god, what could it be? Yeah. You'd never guessed in a million years, and I couldn't tell you anyways. But anyways, we got that on Wednesday, so that's gonna be cool. And then I think I have some other things on my schedule too. Yeah, tomorrow, movie and Costco and stuff. When do I think the summer deals will happen? Yeah, so the summer deal, I thought it was last week, but I put my calendar thing in wrong. For last year, it was just a note of like when I should prepare for the summer sale. It wasn't when the summer sale was on, but it should be this week. And the deals should start Wednesday night or Thursday, like during the day or something like that. They should start showing up. It depends on when the Xbox servers kind of like update. Like sometimes for these sales, we've gotten lucky and they appear like, you know, sometimes like Wednesday afternoon. Sometimes they appear like Thursday night, but yeah, usually it's about Wednesday, Thursday. And like I said, we'll do a, you know, as soon as I can, I'll have a video, or we'll do a live stream where we go over all the deals, because we do that every single, you know, we've been doing that for like well over a year now, where I go over all the big sales. So as soon as I can do that sort of live stream, we'll go and we'll do that. We might literally even do a live stream that leads into another live stream at night, the one night, if it pops up. It's just, yeah, it's entirely based on when that sale kind of appears, so yeah. And it should be pretty big. The summer sale is usually one of the deeper sales for Xbox. I think it's usually Black Friday, and the summer sale are usually the deeper cuts. Spring sale is usually like, you know, one or two highlights. The end of the year sale is usually like a couple surprises, but it's usually, So yeah, the summer sale and the Black Friday sale are usually the deepest like cuts for games, I've noticed, in the calendar year for Xbox stuff. How much do I drink? I drink a couple liters of water every day. You know, it's good to stay hydrated. At least I don't drink enough. Live stream deals, yeah, we literally do them like every time there's a big deal. Now I'm kind of like, do I go check out if there's another lobby? Or will this lobby fill up again? I know there's at least 5 lobbies running right now, so I'm kind of like, we'll see. We'll see. I've had a couple good matches today so far, so kind of want to stick with it, but like I don't want to be in like an empty lobby, right? Especially when we get a full one. Just kind of seeing if it's gonna fill up at all. But yeah, we do the Halloween sale. I know we do Black Friday, the countdown sale, the spring sale, the summer sale, and I think we do like a Halloween sale one as well. Alcohol? It depends on the day, really. Homelander will be in the Battle Pass. Oh yeah, no, I'm pretty excited about that, actually. I don't really watch The Boys, but, you know, I've seen clips and stuff from it. I know it's really well liked, so we'll probably pick up a character. I think there was, like, a Cats pack where you play as cat people, so maybe I'll get that. But yeah, I'll go and I'll take a look at the, you know, when the Reloaded drops on Wednesday. I think we'll do a stream of Modern Warfare 2 that night. And I'll kind of decide. Like, I want to get the Wampa Fruit for Crash Bandicoot, so that's something I want to get as a pack. But then I'm going to take a look at the characters and see who I want. Starlight or Homelander, I guess. I don't know. I'll take a look at them and see who's cooler. Because, I mean, you don't look at them, right? Like, you don't see them. Other people see you playing as them. So I guess it's kind of how they talk. I don't know. I have no idea. Should we go with the crazy dark Superman, or should we go with the spirited lady? If she sounds fun and seductive, maybe we'll go with her. I don't know. But yeah. Hello there. What happens with the deal? We don't know. There's still, like I said, I believe it's 12 midnight PST is like sort of the cutoff. So yeah, we should have heard something today, but we didn't. And you know, the judge can decide on her own terms. She's doing other court cases at the same time, so she had a big court case today. There's something hilarious about knowing the schedule of an American judge, and just like, yeah, it is kind of humorous. I never thought that this would be a thing, but this is where gaming is now. We do court cases and stuff, which is hilarious. But yeah, as I said, today was essentially the last day to get the deal done within the 5 business days time frame, so I would assume if we don't hear anything in the next hour and a half, 2 hours or something, like whatever it is, midnight PST, we should just kind of assume the deal is not happening unless the judge, which she could, drops the 5-day waiting period, 5 business day waiting period. She could technically waive that. Xbox could negotiate a new deal with Activision Blizzard, which I don't necessarily think they will, because, you know, they're making so much money, they don't really need to be bought. Yeah, because then I think we'd have to have the shareholders re-vote on it, and they probably would just want, you know, the Activision shares, they wouldn't want to get bought. So, yeah, it's a very interesting situation, essentially. I mean, obviously, I still, like, I want the deal to go through, but the fact we didn't hear anything today is a little weird, and as I said, I've just been kind of sitting here waiting, and waiting. I mean, I can't make the deal go through faster, right? I don't have that kind of power, but yeah, I was kind of sitting there walking today, refreshing every once in a while, just kind of being like, okay, when are we going to see, you know, when are we going to get a ruling on this? Just kind of, just been waiting. Yeah, I've also been waiting for people to like the stream. Subscribing's great, donations cool, consider becoming a channel member. Cool perks, emotes, icons, it's like $1 to join, why not become a channel member? There's channel member gifting. Did they just sit in that hallway? That's such a weird spot. Yeah, there's channel member gifting, the Patreon option if you prefer that instead. There's the Discord for stream alerts, chatter, great times, and obviously we talk about stuff there in depth, you know, new events and all that. There's the Xbox Store affiliate link for your Xbox Store purchases, so if you are buying anything on that summer sale, consider, you know, taking a look at my, you know, through my affiliate link if you're buying anything, as well if you're buying it digitally. There's the Amazon affiliate link too, because, you know, there's Amazon Prime days, so if you're buying anything on Amazon. And gamerheadquarters.com. Occasionally I write stuff on my site. Not as much as I want to, but, you know, the written word is not paid at all, and, yeah, Google AdSense is not great, but, you know, it's still fun to occasionally write something. Writing is fun. Ace Attorney, but real life. You're getting the Noir pack, interesting. Yeah. So I'm just, I thought that was like a fake leak. You can never tell with COD. Because sometimes the silly stuff is like actual stuff they're adding, and then like sometimes it's just like rumors, right? And after Fortnite, it's really hard in video games to tell what is like real or not. You know what I mean? Like Fortnite getting like Transformers and anime and basketball players and stuff. I have a really hard time differentiating between like what is actually possible to be added to video games nowadays through licensing, because like, I mean, hell, like, I don't know if you guys noticed, but there's, for Power Wash Sim, you can get a SpongeBob DLC where you clean Bikini Bottom and, you know, Power Wash Sim. Like, you know, it's, man, I'm dying a lot. I was on an incredible start to this match, and I'm just totally falling off. I don't like that in the slightest. Jeez. Yeah, it's like, it's literally so hard to tell rumors these days, because it's like, you know, so much of it ends up being like kind of real, but so much of it is not real. Like, what did they say? Like, Peter Griffin getting added to, like, Fortnite was supposed to happen ages ago and never did, and, you know, then we've had other ridiculous stuff added, and, like, there's rumors of, like, because usually acquisition rumors are, like, completely wrong, because you don't hear about acquisitions until they, like, happen. Like, you know, like, the Call of Duty, like, the Activision acquisition, of, like, from Microsoft, that leaked, like, a minute before it happened. The Bethesda leak happened 4 minutes before it happened. But, like, you know, there were rumors about the Square Enix Western properties being sold off, and we're like, oh, that's interesting, but I don't think that's real. Then, you know, the Square Enix Western properties got sold off, and then there's rumors about, like, Xbox buying different companies, like Sega, and then we see an actual leaked document from the court case talking about, like, Sega getting, like, Xbox is actually looking at buying Sega, and it's just, like, everything in gaming is so... Since COVID, everything in life, and particularly in gaming, is so hard to, like, judge what is real, what is not real, because everything is just so goddamn random now. Seriously, like, none of it makes any sense. Like, we literally, one of the biggest games I played last year that was, like, hype and excitement that we still talk about is a game where you power wash. You wash buildings. Like, hell, most of the games I'm playing these days, I'm doing, like, chores, you know, like house cleanup, house flipper, like, I was running an aquarium, like, a month ago. Like, it's so nonsensical now. It's entertaining, but man, is it weird. Because we're sitting there, we're looking at all the leaks for, like, Call of Duty, and it's like, oh, they're looking at, like, John Wick, and I'm like, to me, John Wick makes more sense to add into Call of Duty than the superheroes from The Boys. And I get The Boys as a big show, but, like, you know what I mean? Like, John Wick, tactical guy, shooter guy, perfectly fits into Call of Duty. Like, perfectly. But that's not real. But, like, a superhero with, like, capes and stuff? Like, if you go back to Vanguard, you know, the leaks were, like, Indiana Jones and, like, Captain America. And instead, we ended up with Godzilla, Mechagodzilla, King Kong, Snoop Dogg. Like, what? The grounded leaks of Captain America and like Indiana Jones, who kind of fit into World War II, are not real. But you can play as Godzilla in a Call of Duty game, shooting Snoop Dogg. What is life? It's just it's insanity to me. Barbenheimer, I do not have that much time in a day. I'm gonna go watch Barbie. I'm gonna go watch Barbie. Looking into an energy drink because that's too much caffeine. I mean, that they should. That's kind of their job, right? Evil and weaker Superman. No, I get that, but, like, is Xbox trying to buy Activision? Yeah, they've been trying to do that for about a year and a half. Yeah. Starfield gets bad. I'm sure Starfield will be fine. I don't know what's gonna happen if Xbox doesn't get Activision Blizzard. It'll probably be business as usual, but, like, I don't know. I don't think they'll get as much focus and budgeting at Microsoft. They might actually kind of just, like, sort of shrug at like, right now, this is sort of like Xbox's big chance to actually matter at the big boys table at Microsoft, and if they don't get Activision Blizzard right now, they'll never be able to buy Activision Blizzard again. The opportunity will never arise. I don't think anyone will ever be able to buy Activision Blizzard again if this deal doesn't go through. Unless there's, like, a merger, but that doesn't really count, right? But, like, I really don't know, because to me, like, if they buy Activision Blizzard, and I've mentioned this many streams, if you haven't been here, we talk about, like, literally, this has been my life for a year and a half, is every single day during my streams is talking about this deal. Seriously, I'm not even kidding, like, every single day for the since this deal was announced, every night I've been asked about this. And we've talked about it, and I've gone over all the info, and I've watched forums and read into it. Oh god. It's a good triple grenade. I ran into that like a dumbass. But, like, you know, this will double the value of Xbox. So if you've got, like, right now they're, what, 3rd or 4th at Microsoft for, like, revenue and stuff and blah blah blah. But then they could become, like, literally the 2nd most profitable part of Microsoft. So, like, the bigger you are within a company, the more budget you get, the more attention you get, the more acquisitions you're allowed to make, the more marketing. It's just, it increases your value within your company so greatly that they care about you more. So, like, Sony, you know, they're kind of right now, it's like Sony Pictures and PlayStation, but PlayStation's been like carrying Sony for a long time. That's why they sold off all their other brands. So like, they get full attention at Sony. Like, PlayStation really matters because that's how they make a lot of their money. That's what keeps them afloat. So they get full attention from Sony. Whereas for Microsoft, Xbox has always been more of a vanity project, you know, kind of a side thing they do. But now because of COVID, gaming is pandemic-proof, gaming is valuable, gaming is growing. Gaming has a lot of money to be made. So companies are starting to care more about gaming, and so is Microsoft. But this is sort of, again, their big chance to sort of become a big department within Microsoft, to the point where Microsoft's like, Xbox matters. We're going to make them a pillar of Microsoft, and we're going to put money in, and we're going to do marketing, and we're going to build them up. We're going to put money in there, and, you know, we're going to sell video games. We're serious about gaming, you know. So it's either, you know, right now they continue as like a smaller part of Microsoft, and eventually, you know, they kind of maybe go, is this even worth it? And they kind of like, you know, maybe sell things off or don't care as much. Or they become a primary part of the business, and you see it grow, and Xbox become like an actual competitor in the industry. And this deal literally will decide that. And it's like, yeah, sure, they could buy a bunch of small companies, they could buy like Sega and stuff, but they'll never get the opportunity that they're getting right now to buy literally like the gem, the holy gem of gaming, which is Call of Duty. You know, the holy gem of like, well, one of the holy gems of mobile, which is Candy Crush. You know, the pillars of PC gaming with World of Warcraft and StarCraft and well, World of Warcraft, StarCraft, and what else do they do? Well, and Diablo, sorry, that was the third one I wanted to get to. So it's like, it really, it's either Xbox becomes a big deal because they get this purchase, or Xbox just kind of sits there and just stagnates for however long they want to keep making consoles. But we know we're getting at least one more generation in 2028, so yeah, there'll be at least another gen of Xbox gaming, but it won't be as crazy as it would be if they do actually get to buy the company. So there you go. That's kind of what it matters. It really, it's kind of like do or die if they want to be a serious player, but it's not like the end of the road. But yeah, it's a pretty big deal. And there shouldn't have been as many hurdles as there's been. There really shouldn't have been so many hurdles. Yeah. Battle, you guys are really pushing the battle bit stuff. It's gonna be weird not talking about the deal. It is, like, it's a big part of my life for like a year and a half. It's been like an everyday kind of thing. Like, I knew we were gonna like talk about it, but I didn't know we were gonna talk about it this much. Like, no matter what happens, I'm sure, you know, if I'm still doing streaming and doing video stuff, you know, for decades, we'll talk about that time where it was like every day we were going over this deal. Like, it's one of those historical deals. It's like one of those things where you've got like old veterans of an industry being like, what were the main time periods of like your business? Like, what really stood out to you while you were doing your stuff? And you'd be like, oh, the time Microsoft bought Activision Blizzard. Because you would think that them buying Bethesda would be a big deal. But I guess it really wasn't that much of a big deal to people. Yeah, well, you know, I guess we still gotta wait and see until when the big exclusives start eventually releasing, right? That's the other thing, is like, people don't think about these deals over time, because these deals take time. It's sort of like, you know, remember when Disney bought Fox? You know, it took a while. It took a while before the last Fox stuff started releasing, you know, before it became under the Disney banner. They're still their kind of like own thing, but you know what I mean? It took time before stuff was changed, integrations were happened. This stuff takes place over a long period of time. So you still won't see any major changes to Activision until probably 3, maybe even 5 years afterwards, you know, after the deal's done. So it takes time. It really does. So you gotta think of this stuff on like a long-term scale. Like, you probably, if they do get to buy them, you won't even see full-term integration until probably Phil Spencer's like retired and his like successors there, kind of. I don't know how long Phil Spencer's going to keep doing this for. He is, you know, he's getting a bit older. I'm not saying he needs to like be done anytime soon, but you know what I mean. Like, by the time it's fully under the wings and everything. Like, hell, Bethesda's not even integrated. Like, I don't even get codes for Bethesda games from, like, Xbox. I have to go to Bethesda to do that. And they've owned Bethesda for, like, 2.5 years. It's like, what is going on over there? It's called, like, a limited buyout or whatever in case they need to split up, but yeah. Across universe. Well, that's another thing that Xbox has always, like, driven me crazy about, is, like, they don't do any crossovers with their stuff. It's lame. Crossovers are fun. Nintendo, they do well. They do great crossovers. Mario Party, Mario Kart, you know, all the Mario games. They golf, they play tennis. They have fun together. In the Xbox universe, if you're not making bazillions of dollars, you're worthless and you're gone. Poor Conker and Blinks and Banjo-Kazooie. But you know what I mean? It's like at most you get like amassed in Sea of Thieves if you're like a big Xbox franchise. I think one of the biggest crossovers they did was adding like a couple second tier Halo characters into Gears of War. You didn't even get Master Chief. It was Cat. Yeah, it was a Cat and a Meal. Meal's awesome, but it's like, really, you know, you're doing a Gears crossover, but you don't throw Master Chief in. It's like, god damn it, man. But that's what I'm saying, is like, they don't do anything, and if you do get a crossover, there's been more crossovers of Xbox characters on third-party stuff than there has between their properties. But if we don't at least get Master Chief as like an operator in one of these CODs through this deal, like possibly going through, I'm gonna lose my goddamn mind. Because it's like, dude, like, have team-ups, you know? They're fun. People like them. You know? It doesn't damage your brand, it advertises your games. It creates a synergy between the brands you have. I think that's actually another weaker point for Xbox, is they don't have a lot of like brand synergy with their different games. Like, you know, there's like a number of games you'll sit there, it's like, what is this even? Like, Halo Infinite has been out for a long time, and like I said, they've owned Bethesda for like 2.5 years. Why the hell isn't there Doom armor in like Halo? Or why haven't they gone to like Doom Eternal and added like Master Chief armor or something? It's fun. Fans like it. People like it. It doesn't detract. It's not like you're replacing Doom Guy with Master Chief, or, you know, taking Master Chief out of his game and throwing Doom Guy in. You're having fun, and you can make money off of it too. You can make it a Game Pass perk if you want. You know, treat your fans to something cool. Like, do something silly. Like, they did, Halo Infinite, they were showing off, like, this sort of, I think it was like a, I want to call it like a medieval, but there was like a fantasy-type armor they were adding, where it's, like, fluffy coats. Do an Elder Scrolls crossover. You know what I mean? Like, come on. It's just, it's really piss-poor brand integration, and Xbox has, like, such an issue with that. Like, even the PlayStation games, they have fun, and they do tie-ins, and references to each other, you know, like you play an Uncharted and there's like Crash Bandicoots in it. And then it's like for Xbox, it's just like, you don't get anything like that. It's bizarre. You know what I mean? Like, it creates a better tie-in for your brand and creates better brand recognition. Because if you're playing one game, you can be like, oh my god, this character's in this. And it's like, oh, is this part of the whole family? Like Nintendo. I think it's like, it almost works as advertising. Where it's, you're playing Mario Party, and it's like, well, who's this big yellow guy? It's like, Wario. Who's Wario? And then, you know, if you like Wario as a character, maybe you'll go check out a Wario game. Same with, like, Yoshi, or, you know what I mean? And it's just, like, Xbox does nothing like that. Unless, you know, Sea of Thieves and you become amassed. And that's the best you get. I mean, hell, we can't get a new Banjo-Kazooie, but, like, freaking Smash Bros. Has Banjo? Like, what is this? You know what I mean? It's like, they used to do stuff like that too, you know, in the 360 era. There was like Minecraft skin packs. They didn't even own Minecraft then, and you could have like, you know, these cool tie-ins, and then they just stopped doing that. Lame. Anyways, Astro's Playroom. Oh, Astro's Playroom was like a love letter to PlayStation history. I thought the game was a little silly because you're like sitting there going, blowing into your PlayStation 5 controller. Yeah, blowing the PlayStation controller. But, like, if you guys haven't played Astro's Playroom, it was, like, bundled. I don't know if it still is, but it was, like, bundled with the PS5. And it's, like, it's a kind of a glorified tech demo that showcases you, like, cool things about the controller, how it, like, shakes and vibrates, and, you know, what you can do with your controller. And then, like, every like level is just like such a love letter to the history of like PlayStation in regards to like the consoles and the games, and it's really cool. Actually, it really is. It was a beautiful, beautiful thing. They did a great job on that one. What's up? Just waiting for the deal. Yeah, Master Chief, he's in Fortnite. You know what I mean? Like, that's what we were saying is like, you know, Halo, we were joking about that for like a couple of years there. You know, it's the Green Knight from Fortnite. You know, Master Chief, his game gets delayed, and the only way that you could play Halo Infinite in 2020 was in Fortnite. It's just embarrassing. But yeah, you get Master Chief and other stuff, but it's like, heaven forbid Master Chief shows up in anything Xbox actually owns. It's like, it's lame. It's really, really lame. Odama for GameCube? I do not remember that. Astro's Playroom was pretty cool. Yeah, people like the Spider-Man pulls. We do that like once a year. Chief and Doom, and... That's what I'm saying, though. Wouldn't it be just sick to be playing Doom and it's like, play it today with the Master Chief skin? It'd be like, oh... You know, it's fun. And it's like, I think Xbox, like, they do silly stuff now, but they don't have fun with their IP. They own a lot of IP, but they don't have fun with it. And to me, that's really lame. Because they've got so many characters and they don't do anything with that. They're letting Bethesda be their own entity. That's just silly too. I mean, they own them. They own them. Bethesda was huge, got like 4 games from them. Well, I mean, we can literally sit there and look at what we got from Bethesda. If anything, actually, if you were a PlayStation player, you were getting more from a Microsoft-owned Bethesda than you were on Xbox. There was timed exclusivity on Deathloop. There was timed exclusivity on Ghostwire Tokyo. We did eventually get those games, but PlayStation had them a whole year earlier. And I know there was existing contracts that they honored, but Xbox should have paid to pony it up and ended those contracts. Honestly, they should have. But, you know, it's like... Yeah, basically, PlayStation got 2 exclusives from Xbox and Bethesda. We got Hi-Fi Rush, which was great. I like Hi-Fi Rush a lot. But, I mean, it's not... You know, that's not selling consoles. I mean, I think even Phil Spencer joked during that, was it the kind of funny interview or whatever he did about that was so doom and gloom and sad? He even admitted that, like, you know, everybody loves Hi-Fi Rush, but Age of Empires 2 on console was just smoking that for, like, downloads and plays. And so that's what we got, right? We got Hi-Fi Rush, Ghostwire Tokyo, and Deathloop. That's it. That's all we've gotten from Bethesda after Xbox has owned them for 2.5 years. But that's because games take time. We're getting Starfield. But, oh, sorry, and Redfall. Oh, the gem that was Redfall. Oh my god. I think if Bethesda was an independent developer, or independent publisher still, I think Redfall would have made them look pretty like... I think that would have put them in the red a bit. Because, god, that game was fucking awful. I mean, we've covered that game, we streamed it, I've reviewed it. Redfall was hot garbage. That should have never even released. That was a bad game. Sorry, Redfall was trash. I mean, I literally streamed it. I did not enjoy that game in the slightest. So yeah, we've got 2 timed exclusives that were for PlayStation. We got the Gem Hi-Fi Rush, which is like an indie game. And we got a crappy vampire game. That's all you've gotten from Bethesda after 2.5 years of ownership. It's like, long term, it's going to be great, you know. Eventually, we'll get a new Elder Scrolls. Starfield looks phenomenal. But, like, you know, they delayed Starfield a year, so we're still waiting on that. It looks amazing. It looks like literally could be the game of the decade. I've been talking about that multiple times. It's literally one of my most hyped up games probably ever. I'm so excited about Starfield. I'm going to be like, oh, like, seriously, it looks like the goddamn game of my dreams, where I just get to go to space and explore like a boss. It's going to be sick. But you get what I mean. We, you know, haven't gotten much. But someday, you know, there'll be a exclusive Fallout. There'll be a new exclusive Elder Scrolls. There'll be other Bethesda games. It takes time. But so far, you can look at it and be like, what have we really gotten from Bethesda, right? Yeah. You liked Redfall? That was such a fucking bad game, man. Anyways, it's been a while. Be sure to like the stream. Subscribing's great. Donations cool. Consider becoming a channel member. Cool perks, emotes, icons. It's like $1 to join. Why not become a channel member? There's channel member gifting, the Patreon option, the Discord for stream alerts, chatter, and great times. There's the Xbox Store affiliate link for Xbox Store purchases, and the Amazon Store affiliate link too. And like I said, the summer sale should be coming up here this week for Xbox. Should be fun. But my thing is, like, I always get such a chuckle. I'm doing so bad this match. Okay, should we try? I don't have any other guns. Never mind. I've only got one class, and that's it, guys. Are you kidding me? Anyways. Yeah, I do get, like, a chuckle on it, because, you know, there's... What the what? I just... Okay. If you're just joining in on this match, I usually do quite well at this game. I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, so anyways, I do find it funny, like, going on Twitter and stuff. You're drop-shotting, really? Anyways, going on Twitter and you see all, like, the really, like, there's a lot of, like, really pro Xbox accounts, and there's a lot of, like, really, really pro, like, PlayStation accounts. God damn it, dude. And it is kind of funny, though, where there's, like, all the accounts are like, Redfall's not that bad. I'm like, nah, man. Like, I really like Xbox, you know, I'm a pretty big fan of it, but, like, Redfall is literally, like... If Gollum didn't exist, Redfall would be the worst game this year by, like, far. I think I gave Redfall, like, a 2 out of 10 or something. Like, that game was hot garbage. It barely runs. It's nonsense. It's a terrible, terrible game in every sense of, like, it shouldn't, honestly. Like, if I was in Phil Spencer's position, it would take me 5 minutes of playing that game to be like, we should not release this. This damages our brand. God freaking damn it, dude. Canadian? Yeah, good old Canada land. Was atrocious like Gollum. Seriously, I was sitting there being like, Redfall is like the worst game I've played this year. And then Gollum comes out like a month later, and I was like, wow. Really, Gollum? I had low expectations for Gollum, but man, Gollum was something else. Okay, I need another drink. This is not going well. You want Counter-Strike on consoles? We have Counter-Strike on consoles. But yes, I do love living in Canada land. We're always also crapping on Forspoken. Yeah, Forspoken looks like a god-tier gem against frickin', like, against Redfall. But, like, again, I feel like I can't do my job properly if I'm not... Like, a lot of people are quite biased in things, and it's like, if I play a bad game, I'll tell you I play a bad game, even if it is an Xbox exclusive. See, we have Counter-Strike, guys. Don't you guys have Counter-Strike on your Xbox? Because I got Counter-Strike. But it's also fine if you like a game that I think is horrible. That's totally cool, you know, it's fine. There's lots of movies out there that I think are just worthless, but people love them. And that's, you know, that's okay. It's alright. But, like, I do kind of look at a game and I try to judge it and I try to give thoughts on it. And, yeah, no, Redfall was just embarrassing. I feel embarrassed that Phil Spencer thought it was going to review as well as it did. Because, like, he should have played it for 5 minutes, and that's all it would have taken me to be like, oh god, we can't release this. But they're lucky that Gollum came out, like, a couple weeks after, because it stole all the thunder from them. Yeah, I think it really did. I think that kind of helped them. But if you notice, they're not, like, advertising Redfall, they're not talking about Redfall, they're just trying to make people forget about it. You know, there's not even a word on that 60 FPS update. Frankly, that is just embarrassing to me. It really is. Banjo-Kazooie. Banjo-Kazooie, the devs just came out and said nobody wants a Banjo-Kazooie game, and that makes me sad. I interviewed the Clayton guy who made Voodoo Vince, which is another Xbox classic exclusive platformer game from the original Xbox. It got Voodoo Vince Remastered, came out not too long ago. Cool game if you guys have never played it. It's a really quirky, funny platformer. Sadly, it's not on Game Pass, even though Xbox, like, they own the IP, but they don't own the IP, so they'd have to make a deal, and they never did, but it's a cool little game. I recommend checking it out. It's on sale all the time for cheap prices. But I asked him about a sequel, and he said it is impossible to pitch a platformer at Microsoft. They have no interest in platformers. And I mean, if you look at something like Crash Bandicoot 4, which apparently didn't sell too well, you can kind of... You know, you can kind of see the numbers probably just aren't there, but man, for Game Pass, it'd be cool to see some platformer games. Did I play any Star Trek games? I just did Star Trek Resurgence, and I really liked it. Yeah, I did a review of that one a couple weeks ago, I think. I can find the link for that one, yeah. So I did Star Trek Resurgence. I've done a video on Star Trek Online on the channel too, but no, I played all of Star Trek Resurgence, which is like a Telltale Star Trek. Like, I guess some veterans that worked at Telltale went and they made a studio and they made the Star Trek game. And if you like Star Trek, the next, like TNG, the Next Generation, this takes place like I think 15 years after. God damn it, man! I'm not having luck in this lobby. I think it takes 15 years after the main TNG series ends. And you kind of like, you play two perspectives. You play somebody from like engineering, and you play somebody that's like on the deck as I think you were like the lieutenant or something. And I really liked that game. It was cool. If you're a Star Trek fan, it's really great. I think if you're not a Star Trek fan, it's a bit of a hard sell. But like, yeah, I did actually enjoy that game. I'm not like a huge Star Trek fan, but I do like the classic Star Trek stuff, like the original Star Trek series, at least the first and second season. And I love Lower Decks. Yeah. And I kind of liked some of the stuff from the new movies. But yeah, I'm not like a wild Star Trek fan, but there's a couple series here or there that I've enjoyed. I love Lower Decks, though. I absolutely love Lower Decks. It sounds silly, because I was on, like, the Star Trek Reddit, before I stopped using Reddit, I guess. And I would talk on there, and I'd literally, like, people would be like, who's this for? And I'd be like, well, I mean, watching Star Trek Lower Decks, which is an animated show that kind of a little bit makes fun of Star Trek, actually motivated me to go watch the original Star Trek stuff, so... it does work, doing different kinds of things. What am I getting shot from? Oh, he's on the floor. God damn it. Gollum reigns supreme. The Wolverine suit? Oh, I love it. I've been, like, a little iffy on that new Deadpool movie, because I think I don't really like multiverse stuff. I was really enjoying when we were getting fun cameos, the Spider-Man moment was cool, but I've kind of noticed that these multiverse movies, they suck. They're bad. They're just like nostalgia cash grabs. God damn it, dude. I might have to find another lobby, because I am not performing against these players. And I'm not happy about that. Or maybe I need to set up a class with the M4 so that I have, like, something I can switch between, because, like, yeah, I'm getting, like, smoked with my MP5 on these distance maps, which I am not appreciating. But, anyways, yeah, so... not really getting guys. But yeah, for me, like, with all these announcements of them, like, bringing back, like, these old... Like, they got, like, Jennifer Garner doing, like, Elektra and, like, Ben Affleck as Daredevil. It's like... I kind of look at that and I'm like, that just sounds stupid. Those weren't good movies, like, and it's like, Deadpool's fun, but I'm also like, is Deadpool kind of like warming out, or kind of getting a little tiring? I'm getting a little bit more tired of, Ryan Reynolds and his type of comedy. I'm getting a little tired of it. Free Guy was fun, but I was kind of sitting there in that movie and I'm like, I'm sort of getting a little tired of his shtick, sort of like, I think The Rock, too. Like, I'm totally done with The Rock. I'm burned out of that guy. And I was kind of feeling that with Ryan Reynolds. But, yeah, I saw that suit today, the Wolverine suit in the yellow and blue, and I'm just like, okay, I'll go buy a ticket. The suit looks awesome. I really liked it. We talked about it in the Discord, like, I did, like, a quick note on it, but yeah, no, that suit is spectacular. I've always wanted to see Hugh Jackman in the yellow suit. And they teased it at the end of the Wolverine when I was younger, and I was like, oh, do it, do it, do it. And then we never got anything. And Logan was a perfect ending to that character. So it's like, I don't really need another Wolverine movie because Logan was so perfect. But maybe it'll be fun. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, that suit, that sold me on getting a ticket for Deadpool. I was a little hesitant because I was seeing all that multiverse stuff, and I was like, I'm tired of this crap, and you know, like old X-Men characters or whatever. But nah, that suit is awesome. It looks so cool. Like it really does. So I am actually pretty hyped up about that. I hope they nail it. So we'll have to wait and see how it looks in live action. Joker 2? Oh, I'm very excited about Joker 2. I love musicals, so yeah. I mean, could you imagine, like, you make a small time... So basically what they did is it looks like they had a script for something else, and they just threw Joker into that script to sell people on watching it. And it made like $1 billion, and it's like, you know, Joaquin Phoenix, he doesn't need to, like... He doesn't really do sequels. But obviously Warner Brothers was like, you made $1 billion, you gotta make a sequel. So, you know, I'm sure the director was like, okay, what can we do to get this guy interested? And then they're like, we're gonna make it a musical. And like, yeah, I'll go watch it because it sounds utterly ridiculous. But I am down for that. I literally am. I'll go watch it because it's a musical. I think it'll be hilarious. Okay, I'm just gonna set up some other classes because I prestiged and I didn't bother doing anything. So I need to set this up between matches. And if I miss comments, don't be afraid to re-ask, guys. But I am slightly distracted playing the game and talking too. What should we go with? Friends Forever? Or should we go with like Christmas Wrapper? Yeah, let's do a Christmas Wrapper thing. So I copied this class over, but it didn't copy any of the perks over? Why? What is the point of doing a copy the class if none of the perks go over? What is the point of that? I literally don't I mean, it takes 2 seconds, but it's like, why not just carry over my... I literally copied and pasted the class. What the freaking hell? Okay. We got a sniper class. We got that class. I'll have to set up an M4 class, too. Napoleon... Oh, I watched the trailer for Napoleon today. It looks really good. I don't know if it's like... See, I don't really see Napoleon as like sort of an action kind of character, but they sort of are framing it as if his wife is like a big influence on him and kind of controlling him or something to a degree. And it looked like a cool movie. I'll go watch. Like it's an Apple TV thing, right? So I don't know. Maybe I'll see if I can watch it in a theater. But yeah, Napoleon actually looked pretty good. I did watch that trailer today, and I watched the I'm Ken trailer from the Barbie movie, and I'm like, I'm so down for this. Yeah. Yeah, I'm so negative all the time. Oh, you know it.
Let's do this.
But yeah, I'm getting a little bit tired of Ryan Reynolds a little bit. They're bringing back Jennifer Garner as Elektra for like Deadpool, and I'm just like maybe they're doing the Deadpool kills the Marvel universe or kills the Fox X-Men universe to tie it up or something bit. I don't know. I'm just like. I know, at first I was sort of like, oh, there's some interesting cameos for some actors. That's interesting choices. But then they're like, yeah, Jennifer Garner, and I was like, or, well, no, at first they announced, like, Ben Affleck as, like, Daredevil, and I'm kind of sitting, or it leaked, and I was just like, okay, that was kind of bad, but alright. And then they're like, Jennifer Garner is, like, officially cast as Elektra again, and I was just like, who asked for this? What? Why? So, yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. But then I saw that suit today, that yellow and blue suit, in all its glory, and I'm like, okay, I'm down for it. Let's do it. Yeah. I've been having a harder time enjoying movies as of recent, so it's like, when I see silly and stupid stuff, I kind of go, I don't know. But, like, yeah, that suit does look awesome. I am excited about... I'm pretty sure tomorrow I'm going to get up. I'm going to go watch Mission... Or go to Costco, get my hot dog, and then go watch Mission Impossible. And it's going to be a... Like, I think it's going to be a lovely day. Yeah. I've also got a Costco, like, gift card. So I think I'm going to use that. I might splurge and get the chicken strips, guys. But then again, I do have a fiscal responsibility to get these Costco hot dogs started. Start delivering the Costco hot dogs for the chat. And I do have a Starbucks queued up there from Bert, but I usually do like a walk with my Starbucks drinks, so I'm kind of saving that for a nice walk day. So yeah, it should be nice. And like I said, busy week for me, lots going on. It's good. Good. I like to have things, you know, happening. But yeah, lots of fun. Gollum Game of the Year edition. Sadly, Daybreak, they're not going to do development anymore. They canceled the developer stuff, and they're closing their developer studio, so it's just going to be publishing. That's so depressing. So, like, because, like, Daybreak made some pretty cool little things, so, like, you know, to see them overreach and make that Gollum game and, like, basically, like, kill their company, to me, that's really sad. Like, I mean, that game should have never happened. And if it did happen, it shouldn't have been that bad, but that, you know, that's embarrassing. Like, imagine you get, like, the Lord of the Rings IP, and you're so excited as a company, you're like, oh, we're gonna, you know, we can do something really cool with this, and you put all your money into it, and you put all your, like, team into it, and then it kills your studio. That's gotta suck. Like, obviously, we're ripping and tearing Gollum, because it's a god-awful embarrassment of a video game, but you know, you should sit there and think of the people behind it and how it affects people, and yeah, it sucks. It really does. Yeah. I'm sure it'll be a case study someday about, like, you know, bad game development, but man, that game's weird. Because somebody was like, oh, are they going to do updates for it? And I'm like, they closed the studio that develops it, and I think they replied something about, I think they were, like, kind of hostile to me in the comments, but I'm like, you know, you're not gonna get an update if the studio that makes the game is closed. They're not gonna be able to update it because, you know, they're not working at the studio anymore. It's kind of just, like, a logical train of thought, but I don't know. But yeah, that to me, that just sucks, because, like, Daybreak is, yeah, they're basically, like, just gone. They're just a publisher now. Be a pretty affordable purchase, though, for another company if they wanted to buy Daybreak and own some of the IP and stuff. But, I mean, obviously they're not going to be the company they were anymore because of that. Anyways, yeah. Star Trek-inspired episode of Black Mirror. No, I don't watch any Black Mirror stuff. I'm not really working with Netflix these days because, you know, they didn't really want to continue working because they got cheap. You love Hitman? Hitman's pretty cool. I make my own opinions. I try my best to, you know. I think I'm kind of caught up on questions and stuff like that. At least I think. If I did miss anything, you guys can, you know, re-ask questions. But I think I caught up on stuff. But, yeah, no, like, a lot of people really just rehash things, which it always bothers me when it's, like, I get just mentioned, like, people, oh, you're just, like, joining the hate train. And it's like, I spend a lot of time trying to formulate, like, my own opinions on stuff, too. Because I think I went and watched Indiana Jones, and then someone on the Discord kind of linked me to, like, a video where I'm assuming they were, like, trashing, like, the movie, and I was like, I gotta, you know, before I watch this, I actually have to, like, sit there and write down my own thoughts on the movie, because I don't want it, like, influenced or anything, and yeah, I tried to come up with original thoughts and stuff, at least to the best of my ability. For Dune Part 2? Oh, yeah, that looks so good. Tom Cruise is here to save the summer again? You bet your ass he is. I'm so damn excited for that movie. I'm kind of debating on if I want to spend some time watching Mission Impossible Fallout again tonight, but I'm kind of like, I don't know. I think I can go into Dead Reckoning and just be ready for it. But I think the funnier thing is, I'm kind of thinking Barbie's going to be the one that saves the summer box office. Like, I think... I don't know, we'll have to see if this is a trend that continues, but I do believe that maybe the concept of the summer box office for movies is dead. There's just been way too many bombs this year. And yeah, I'm kind of thinking that maybe the summer box office as a concept has ended. And that's been something that's been around since, like, the 80s. And, yeah, there was like, what, 7 or 8 bombs in a row. So, I don't know. Maybe the movie industry is going to die. You know, again, I'm saying in 10 years it might not exist. So we'll have to wait and see if these trends continue or if they're just like a temporary trend. But yeah, it's it's gonna be fascinating to see how the movies perform, you know, because we've only got a few big summer movies left. But I think Mission Impossible is a pretty safe bet that that one does really good. I think Barbie's gonna just do crazy. You know, B for billion, right? But, yeah, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, right? Oppenheimer, like, there's a lot of people saying that that one's gonna be massive. I mean, I know it's a Nolan film, but I'm gonna kind of wondering how that one's gonna do. I think Barbie's gonna be the big hit, though. I think that one's gonna really surprise people, and I think it's gonna make a ton of money. Yeah. I think Barbie will save cinema. Just like Barbie could save your likes on the stream, so be sure to like the stream. Subscribing's great, donations cool. Consider becoming a channel member. Cool perks, emotes, icons. It's like $1 to join. Why not become a channel member? There's channel member gifting, the Patreon option, the Discord for stream alerts, chatter, and great times. The Xbox Store affiliate link for your Xbox Store purchases, and the Amazon Store affiliate link as well. Keeping in mind that big summer sales are coming on for both of those, so, you know, good time to use the affiliate link. As it's just a nice way to support all the intensive work I do. Especially as we're getting close to, like, I'm literally running out of games to do on the Series X. I mean, there'll be new games coming out, but yeah, legacy games, I'm pretty well finished with them. There's not many left, honestly. Yeah, no, we're almost another loss. God damn it, we're almost out of Xbox games to do. We're getting really really close to the end. A beautiful and phenomenal actress. Like I don't have an issue with Garner. You mean? I don't have like an issue with Jennifer Garner. I just don't get the point of like bringing her back as that character in that movie. You get what I mean? It's not a dig against like the actress. It's more like, why are you? You know what it's kind of dumb to me. One game can ruin a company these days. The budgets for these games are way too ambitious. Same with movies. Like, Indiana Jones should not have had a $329+ million budget. That's insanity. Why would you do that? You know, like, and that's a big problem with gaming, is that's why a lot of companies are looking to get bought and stuff, is because as like an independent publisher, you put out one bad game, you're finished. And that sucks. That's not sustainable. A wonderful, peaceful time to myself. I always have a wonderful, peaceful time with myself. You did not know that happened today, Dalek? Yeah, it just happened, I think about 2 weeks ago. It sucks, man. But yeah, Doom Part 2 looks great. The trailer looks great. Doom Part 1, a little boring to watch. It was a little boring. Like, it's a beautiful movie. Vilvin, yeah, the director, you know, incredible Canadian director. Great job, great work. But yeah, that movie just like, that was the most Part 1 of a movie I've ever watched in my life. But the trailer looks just incredible for Dune, so I'm very excited. I've already talked to Kevin. We're gonna go watch that one, so this should be fun. Do I play any hockey games? Yes, we review NHL every year and we do streams of it. Have I seen Riders Republic Skateboard DLC? No, I have not. You didn't like Pacific Rim? Oh, that movie's a lot of fun. I wouldn't say it's like classic cinema or anything like that, but it's really fun. Tonight we're stopping the apocalypse. As these big mechs rolling in. Oh, you know what's a bad movie? Is the Pacific Rim sequel. That's bad. But that first Pacific Rim movie, oh, that's a lot of fun, man. If you like big, like, monster kind of like machine, kind of like big Godzilla type films, Pacific Rim is a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Let's do this.
Yeah. The Lord of the Rings. I hope we never have to. The funniest thing is it's gonna be like, what is it? When there's a new gen console or mid-gen refresh, and I go and I revisit Gollum, that'll be a funny day. Yeah, re-reviewing Gollum, but on the next Xbox will be hilarious. Because obviously the plan is just to do what I did for the Series X, but for the next gen Xbox when that happens, or the mid-gen refresh, which I'm hoping happens. Because I don't know what I'm going to do for content till 2028 if we don't get a mid-gen refresh. I'm going to be sitting here picking the bones of, like, the corpse of, like, the old games on here. Seriously, I have no idea what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to have to come up with a content plan, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to run out of, like, old games to do. Like, as of, I believe September, roughly, is when I'm kind of estimating that I'm going to be out of older games. I guess I'll have to move to more like Series S and like PS5 content because yeah, we're gonna pick the corpse of the Xbox library like right dry. We're only 2 years in. That's crazy. Yeah, it's gonna be weird. Maybe I'll do hot takes videos or something. I have no idea, but I'm gonna have to get creative. No Hard Feelings, the one with Jennifer Lawrence. I have so little interest in that one. Like, honestly, I did read that apparently she does, like, a nude scene in it, and I was kind of, like, I was sitting there being like, well, but I don't want to, I wouldn't pay to go watch that in a theater. No, maybe I'll watch that in, like, 2 years from now on some kind of streaming service, but I don't know. I don't really have interest in that movie. I think, you know, that movie also only has value because she's in it. Probably wouldn't have even got a theatrical release if she wasn't. I don't know. I don't really have interest in it at all. Good shout out to Insidious. That movie did really good at the box office, despite the fact that it's going to get like smacked around by all the movies coming out. But good decision by the Sony Pictures guy to plop that out when they did, because it made a nice bit of cash. It already made back its budget, so that movie is a success. And yeah, I'm sure they'll do another Insidious movie down the road too, because it made enough money. See, guys, small budget has the potential to make a profit. Ridiculous budget, and you doom your movie. Yeah, sucks to suck. My favorite Spider-Man actor? Oh, Tobey Maguire, easily. The new Indiana Jones movie was dumb. Yeah, it sucked. I hated that movie. It was freaking depressing, dude. She's nude on the beach. Yeah, I don't know. And apparently she didn't use a double or anything. Maybe she's very confident in herself. I mean, she's, you know, she's a beautiful woman, so, you know. Anyways, yeah, it's still, I don't know if that draws me to go watch the movie either. I don't, it just looks dumb to me, so I don't really want to watch it. But, yeah, lots of other films to go watch. You know, keep in mind, I don't watch as many movies as I used to, because, you know, a lot of movies have been getting worse, and, you know, it's expensive to go watch movies, and I don't have a group of friends that like to go watch movies as I did back in the day. There's so many contributing factors, and Cineplex kind of sucks for watching movies now, and, yeah, it is what it is. But, there's occasional movies that get my attention. Like I said, I'm gonna go watch Barbie, tomorrow I'll go watch Mission Impossible. I don't know if I'm gonna drum up the interest to go watch Oppenheimer, but, I mean, it looks and it sounds really good, but, yeah, I don't know. And then we'll see what else is for the rest of the year that interests me in the movies. I think I'm just camping back there? Jesus. Did I do my likes on the stream bit? I think I did, right? I mean, if you haven't, you should like the stream. A Ragnarok comparison? Yeah, it's a little late for that stuff. You gotta do, like, your comparisons pretty timely, or you gotta do ones that other people haven't done. We'll have more on the road. Am I a fan of G Fuel? I actually like some of their drinks. I did a review video of the Sonic G Fuel, the Sonic Rings G Fuel. I could probably grab a link for that if you haven't seen it. And I have tried some different G Fuel in the past, and I did like some of the flavors. Yeah, I don't mind it. I don't know, if they do like a cool tie-in again, maybe I'll ask for some promo sample stuff. Oh, god damn it. I think the chopper is like hitting me and it's slowing me down and I stunned myself. No, that's our chopper. What the hell injured me to the point that I was like having some bullet stoppage on me? That guy? Okay, there we go, I got him. I was gonna be like, I got the hit marker and that guy evaded my grenade? That doesn't make any sense, but yeah, he died, so that's good. God damn it. But yeah, no, we cover hockey, like I said, every year. We do the NHL game, we do a couple streams of it. It's so we'll do that again this year. Am I into Bigfoot? Oh, Bigfoot is a very enchanting individual with the big fluffy wavy hair. Oh, swoon over Bigfoot. Nah, I don't. Not really too into that kind of stuff. Yeah, I'm not really like a big conspiracy theorist kind of person. That's not really my... I'm more into like science and like proving stuff, you know. So, yeah. I mean, it's fun to believe things, but it's also like, for me, you gotta have a level of realism, right? Just find stuff silly. Yeah. I do, like, I have a lot of, like, I need, like, scientific proof on some things. How well does G Fuel work? I mean, it's just, like, they just, like, flavor, like, water and stuff, man. It can taste pretty good depending on what you get. It's very expensive to go to theaters, yes it is. Jennifer Lawrence. You like her, but you don't need to see her naked. That's totally fair. Yeah, I mean, like... There totally wasn't, like, photos around, you know, years ago that showed stuff off. I would never have seen those kind of things in the slightest, but... I don't know. It's just, like... Yeah, like I said, obviously, because I'm not going to go watch that movie. It's not enticing enough for me to go watch that because of that. But I can also see, yeah, where some people just don't care at all, but... I don't know. But for some people, that will sell them on a ticket, and that's why, you know, they did advertising that was talking about that kind of thing, because it does, you know, might sell people on a ticket to go watch a film. And that's what movies are about. Making money, right? It's art, but it's also profit. And apparently, if you're at Warner Brothers, it's not about the art at all. I don't know if you guys heard, but there was this, like, really, like, intense, aggressive, like, article that was against the head of Warner Brothers. And apparently, the company, like, owns a percentage of Warner Brothers Digital or something. Or, sorry, Warner Brothers Discovery. And, apparently, yeah, Warner had the article, like, pulled from the, I think it was GQ or something. So I was, like, reading about that article, and I was like, oh, this is savage. But yeah, it's worse off to pull a negative article than it is to just accept that article as existing. So yeah, I really do, like, I'm quite passionate about film, and that Zaslav guy is just absolutely butchering Warner he's just killing Warner. And it sucks. It really does. It really sucks. Writes down notes. Does Canada have mythical monsters? Is it Nelly? We have a giant mythical water thing. We have, like, a water thing that's like the Loch Ness Monster, but we have our own version of it. Yeah. Space Bigfoot? Oh, yeah. Bigfoot in space. There's only one thing in space, I believe, and that's Jason X. That movie is so ridiculous. There we go. My phone's finally charged. Oh, God. Yeah. I think we have a Canadian Loch Ness Monster. Let me look that up so we actually have some info about this. I love sharing Canadian weird things. Because we have a lot of weird Canadian stuff. Canadian Loch Ness Monster? I think that's the thing, right? Let me look this up and find it. Canada's mysterious lake. Oh, the Ogopogo. That's ours. We have the Ogopogo. Yeah. It's like in Okanagan Lake in British Columbia or something like that. It's from, like, our First Nations folklore. So there you go, guys. We have the Ogopogo. That sounds awesome. Ogopogo. That's pretty cool. I like the name of that. The Ogopogo. So there you go. The status of the Activision Blizzard deal? I mean, I haven't gotten an update. Have you guys gotten an update? It's like the end date was like 12 PST, so apparently nothing. I don't know. So again, the scenario is like, essentially, the judge could, like, not grant the thing and then could waive the 5-day wait period. But, like, I mean, technically, I think as of, like, an hour and 15 minutes from now, the deal is dead. But I haven't heard anything yet. So there you go. That's that kind of question stuff. I think I'm caught up on all the weird questions. She's new. Did you go watch the movie? That's kind of funny. The book is your fave of all times. Dune, the most important film for you? Really? For Dune? Like I said, see, that's my problem with these movies that are like part 1, part 2. Is like when I like to watch a movie, I want a movie to feel as though it has a beginning, a middle, and an end. You know what I mean? I think that's kind of with anything. Even like TV series, I get really bothered when it ends abruptly. Same with games, where it like, you know, that happens a little less in games. I feel like usually games, they tell a full cohesive story most of the time. But like, I really hate when a property can't stand by itself and become one conclusion. Like for me, that was the biggest issue I think with Dune, was that it got really boring as soon as they got out into the desert. For me, it got really, really boring. And then the other part of it was it just abruptly ends. Like it doesn't have something that feels like... It feels like it was written and designed to be a two-parter, as opposed to being like written and designed to be a film that has its own message and then has a continuation that goes further. And it's like, I'm sure it's going to be worthwhile, because I know the source material for Dune is great, right? Like, we know that, obviously. I mean, we've all watched the original Dune movie, right? But, you know, like, I'm sure it's going to be really good. But it bothers me that the first Dune part, like, if we never got Dune 2, Dune 1 would be worthless, because it doesn't have... It just ends, you know, it just randomly ends in the middle of, like, when it's starting to get exciting. So that kind of bothers me, is when something doesn't stand on its own. But yeah, I still really like Dune 1, you know, it's still beautiful, it's still good as a film, but yeah, it leans too heavily on you needing to watch its follow-up. So I don't like when that happens. It should be standalone stories that build towards something better. That's a better way to do a thing. Because otherwise I just feel like you're not trying to do your own thing. Because that was a big problem for a lot of, like, cinematic universe movies, as I felt like they were trying to do more setup for other movies as opposed to telling your own, like, its own story. Like, I think that was Amazing Spider-Man 2. That was a big problem with that movie, was like literally you should be excited about what comes after as opposed to being excited about what you're watching now. And that's a problem, because I'm not paying for something that's happening years down the line. I'm paying for something that's happening right in front of my eyes now. So I don't like to be like teased like that, if that makes sense. The best way to do it is tell a standalone story and then be like, ooh, but there might be more. And I go, ooh, I like what I watched, but now, you know, give me that little extra bit down the road. That's better for me. The mangoes, we don't have any smoothies in Costco. Like in the food court, or are you talking about like... So like there's these smoothies I buy at Costco when they go on sale. They're these incredible smoothies. It's like a 4-pack of different smoothie tastes. But I only buy them when they're on sale because they're so expensive. But like, if you're talking about like in the food court, our Costco food court like sucks. Like everybody's always like, the Canada food court's so good, but it's like, we have hot dog, Polish hot dog, pizza. If you're lucky, depending on your location, wings, and chicken strips, and a poutine. That's it. We don't have the coffee, we don't have... Oh no, we have ice cream and we have the smoothies. Or not the smoothies, sorry. We have the ice cream, we have the sundaes. But we don't have, like, smoothies, we don't have coffee, we don't have the chicken bake, we don't have a lot of the food stuff I've seen at other places for Costco here. But we have poutines, which apparently everybody loses their goddamn mind over. And yes, the Costco poutines are really good. But it's like, come on guys, it's fries and gravy. You can literally, in Canada, you can literally go to any store and get a poutine. That's not like, you know what I mean? It's not like it's some specialty thing, you know? You can go to DQ and get a poutine. It's, you know, they're everywhere. But, yeah, I would love to have more options. There was one Costco that I would drive 30 minutes to go to because they had this spicy chicken burger, but it was a limited time test that only lasted a year, and they got rid of it. And I was heartbroken. They also used to do this family pack of like chicken burgers at Costco, and they got rid of that a while back, and I'm very sad because it was very good. I quite liked it. Jamba Juice? I don't think so. I don't know what that is. Hello there. Was 2 hours. Like the original one are you talking about for Dune? Dune is a story that needs to be told over many hours. Yeah, but that's the problem though, right? It's like Dune is a complex story that requires a lot of narrative and a lot of time. Which is something where you kind of almost would be like, maybe it would be better off as like a series, like, you know, like a show series. But seriously, like, could you imagine watching Dune 1 and then they're like, well, we're not doing Dune 2. And then you'd just be like, you'd be stuck with Dune 1 that doesn't lead anywhere and it's pointless. That's the problem I have, is like, you know, you need to be able to tell a story within the time frame. We kind of like, I rag on some of the DC stuff, because like a lot of people love the Snyder films, and it's like, cool, but like, you know, they're like, you have to watch the extended cut. And I'm like, if you can't tell your full story within a timely manner, you're just not doing your job properly as a director. And it's like, you know, I shouldn't have to watch a 4-hour cut of a film for your film to make a semblance of sense. That's, you know, that's not realistic. Because it's like, you know, it is a director's job to keep the budget in line, to keep, you know, the story in line, and to tell a story in a time that you can actually watch in a theater. That's part of their job. And it's like, if you can't do that, you're not doing your job properly. And like I said, I shouldn't have to watch a 4.5-hour extended cut for your movie to make a little bit of sense. And even then, it doesn't even improve the movie that much. It just makes it make some sense. And that's, you know, the director not doing their job properly. But yeah, I know you can't say too much negative about, you know, Snyder stuff, because it's like a cult following, which is terrifying. But, you know, like, honestly, I'm excited for a new era of DC that's a little different. But I don't know if people care about DC movies, because they keep doing worse and worse right now. You know, The Flash, one of the biggest bombs of all time. I'm thinking Aquaman 2 might bomb. I think Blue Beetle? Yeah, Blue Beetle, I think that one's gonna bomb. I don't think anyone's gonna watch that. Unless it hits like a niche audience and it does really well. And yeah, I don't know what the budget is for it. We'd have to see the budget. You know, and like Wonder Woman's kind of dead in that era. And I don't know. I don't know if there's interest in new DC stuff, but I am finally interested that we get like a different take instead of like the brooding, sad, depressing Snyder-esque films. I don't enjoy them. Like, it was a cool gimmick for like 300 and some of his other stuff, but like, man, those DC movies were just depressing as hell. That's not what I want out of superheroes. They were just sad. And like every now and then you got like one or two that were okay, but like, yeah, I don't think that was the direction. Right castings, just not the right movie universe tone for them. It just got like worse and worse. But again, you say that and people like want to stab you. At the end of Dune 1 it says read the book. Yeah, there's not a Costco in your area? That sucks, man. Some of the most popular drinks and snacks in Canada? I mean, I don't know, man. See, like, that's a hard question to ask. Because, or to answer, I guess. And for you to ask of me. Because it's like, there's constantly times where I'll be sitting there with, like, one of my pals. Whether we have, like, Kevin or Joel or Mitchell on the chat. And we'll be talking about food and drinks here. And people will be like, well, we don't have that in America. And it's like, I don't know what you guys don't have until it, like, comes up in conversation. You know what I mean? Because it's like, things that you find exotic to Canada are things that are, like, regular that I eat here. Or drink here. If that makes sense. And just like things that you have that you talk about in the US that you think are commonplace, we might not have in Canada. So it's like... But it's hard for me to be like, well, this is popular in Canada because it's a drink only here. But I can only go from the experience of being like, we've talked about this thing on stream, we talked about this thing on stream, and Americans don't have it. Or other parts of the like other countries of the world don't have it. But I don't know that until it pops up. Like, we don't have Hot Pockets here, we have Pizza Pops. Or like, we have All Dressed chips, which apparently isn't in the US. I like All Dressed, they're pretty good. All Dressed, and I guess like ketchup chips, but I don't really like ketchup chips. But it depends on like, yeah, it's hard to say what's like a popular thing here, and then, you know, it not being big in the States. Like, I guess like Kraft Dinner is huge here, if you don't know what Kraft Dinner is. But apparently I think some parts of the US have it, I don't know. But yeah, we love Kraft Dinner, it's like a heaven food here. Yeah. Beetle has potential. Again, it depends on the budget for that movie, and I also just don't know how many people are actually interested in it. It looks really generic to me. My Coca-Cola tastes like alcohol? Does it? Do we have different types of Coca-Cola here? Oh, I missed my mark. Be sure to like the stream. Subscribing's great. Donations cool. Consider becoming a channel member. Cool perks, emotes, icons. It's $1 to join. Why not become a channel member? There's channel member gifting, the Patreon option, the Discord for stream alerts, chatter, and great times. And, you know, people talk. There's dog gifts. People post dogs on there. The Xbox Store affiliate link for your Xbox Store purchases. You're buying it digitally. Why not support the content? And there's the Amazon affiliate link, too, if you're buying anything on good old Amazon. Let's see, I'm trying to see if Kevin's telling me if there's any good new, like, alcohol at the Costco. He says it's just boring. Oh. Lame, I want new drinks. Want something new to drink. And we will be doing... yeah. We need to do a Starship Troopers stream soon. So, like, we're trying to schedule that with Kevin as well. We got the Starship Troopers game on PC, so we'll be doing a stream of that in the near future, but we're trying to, like, post down a date for it. Different flavors of Coca-Cola based on the country? I have no idea, man. Do we have hot Cheetos? Yes. Kraft like the cheese. Yeah, it's called Kraft Dinner. It's essentially mac and cheese, but it's like a staple food of our land. It's amazing. I can go grab a box if you guys want. Okay, I'm pretty sure I have a box in the hallway. And it's like, you literally, everyone growing up here eats like Kraft Dinner, which is like mac and cheese, but it's a special thing for us. I have a gif of me eating it. Let me bring that up. Where is that? Katie, yeah. Warhead soda? I don't think we have that here. Anyways, that's Kraft Dinner. It's like this little like cheese stuff, and you like literally I could sit there and I could eat a whole like packet of it myself. Like Kraft Dinner is heavenly food here. That makes sense. Australia has extreme stuff. Like, no, it's fine to ask questions. You're curious about the types of food here. But again, it's like it's very hard for me to do that because things, as I said, that are like common where I live, I don't know if they're common other places. It's not until you go other places that you notice stuff. Like when I was young, I was trying to get like 7-Up in the States, but all they had was Sierra Mist, and I was like, what the hell is this? It was funny, actually. It was actually really, really funny. But yeah, it's different staples for different places. And you'd be, you know, because again, you live and you eat and you check stuff out. And you don't think about other places having different types of food because your worldview is influenced by like what you grew up around and what you know, what is regular in your life. But it is kind of funny, and then when you travel or you see other people or you talk to people that do like streams or videos, and it's like, well, what is this? Like, some people in the States tell me they have sweet chili heat Doritos, but when I did my like Xbox onesie video, and if you haven't seen that, it's hilarious. I reviewed the Xbox onesie in a funny way. But, like, I have sweet chili heat Doritos that I'm eating in there, and a lot of people from America are like, we don't have that. I was like, what are you talking about? But then, you know, I've been mentioning, like, from what I understood, it was, like, a Canadian-only thing, I guess, but then some Americans are like, we have that too, and I'm just kind of, like, I'm almost puzzled as to, like, you know, is that, like, a US thing now, or is it... But we do know, we talk about it often, too. We'll have Kevin on, and we'll chat about different types of food, but... I do know there's certain food types that we only have that you guys don't have, and yeah, you know, different countries have different things, right? But off the top of my head, I can't be like, well, this is the trending drink here. We do have our Stampede going on, which is like the greatest outdoor show on earth, and it's like a big festival thing going on, and they have stupid food you can buy there. So like, I don't know if that would be a trending thing or not, but yeah. 7-Up and sweet chili heat. Oh, I know 7-Up is in the States, but it's like everywhere I went when I was like at Disneyland when I was a kid, it was just Sierra Mist. I could not find 7-Up for the life of me, and it was driving me crazy. I'm not saying 7-Up is a Canadian thing. I know that's not the case, but it just so happened like everywhere I went it was Sierra Mist, and I was like, what is this? Because it tastes kind of like 7-Up, but it isn't. And then, yeah, you're saying sweet chili heat. But that confused me, because like I said, I made my video where I was like eating sweet chili heat. Chips that are Doritos, and I had a number of people from America being like, what are those chips? I've never seen those before. And I was like, what do you mean? It's like the chip for Doritos that people like eat here, you know. Like everyone I know is like, if they get like a Doritos chip, they're gonna, you know, their preference is sweet chili, and it's like, to me that was just. But then as I've done streams, I'm like, oh well, sweet chili heat apparently isn't a thing, and then I have Americans being like, yeah, we have sweet chili heat. So I don't know if it's different like U.S. states or what, and I'm kind of sitting there being like, well, I don't know. Again, like I don't know. It's just from what people say and stuff is how I kind of base my knowledge on things. Yeah, streaming's weird, honestly. Respectful and concise. Oh, thanks. I try my best. A Bret Hart fan? I wouldn't say I'm like necessarily like a fan, but I am knowledgeable of him. I was working for a company doing web development, and I think we were pitching or working with like his assistant, who I remember being a young woman that was very attractive. But that was a long time ago. I think it was for his foundation or something. We were like pitching to do his web, but that was like literally 2014 or something like that. I don't know. I didn't work there long. I didn't really like working there. But I do remember that distinctly. Yeah, we have Dr. Pepper. I don't really drink it though. Sierra, somebody in a stream earlier said Sierra Mist got replaced by a new type of stuff. Chili cheese fries? Some places you can get that, but it's not a brand. Bonjour, Matt. Hi there. 7-Up. I love 7-Up because it actually tastes like lemon. Actually, I love 7-Up. Got Kraft Dinner, chicken nuggets, broccoli was a staple. Here you're supposed to do Kraft Dinner and you cook hot dogs and you cut the hot dog pieces into the Kraft Dinner. But yeah, Kraft Dinner is like a very intensely loved Canadian thing. Yeah. Same with, so among my age group, we had this advertisement when we were young on this thing called like Teletoon and stuff like that. It was a Canadian advertisement about the Canadian house hippo. If you haven't seen it, I think the commercial's on YouTube. You can go watch it. So it's this thing called the Canadian house hippo. And I don't know if I brought it up or someone brought it up, but like we talked about it in high school when, you know, that was a long time ago. But everyone I knew, we'd all watched the Canadian house hippo. But everyone thought it was real. But the whole point of the commercial was that it was trying to teach kids that you're not supposed to believe everything you see on TV. But all of us had this knowledge of the commercial, not the ending of the commercial, but just the house hippo. And all of us were kind of like, we just accepted it as a real thing, talking about the majestic Canadian house hippo. Even though no one had seen it. We were sitting there like, literally like young adults basically, and we were like, oh yeah, that was awesome. And then yeah, we watched the thing, and it's like, it's a commercial that's supposed to be like, don't believe everything you see, and I'm like, they completely failed at the point of that commercial. If none of us that were brought up with that commercial, you know, were questioning it. We just literally accepted it as like a fact thing. And I thought that was very funny. And a very Canadian thing too. The Canadian house hippo. It's just hilarious. World of Coke, that's a real thing. We have Hamburger Helper here. Do I like Fireball? I don't really drink whiskey. I have a Gwenvillette if I do drink it. But yeah, I don't really drink it all the time. PS Plus to play this? I mean, hopefully this will end up on Game Pass. Yeah, if I've missed any comments, don't be afraid to re-ask. But I think I'm caught up on stuff. Sierra Mist was replaced by Starry. Yeah, I think, yeah, Starry, I think that's what somebody said a week ago. You haven't had Kraft mac and cheese in a long time? Oh, it's so good, man. Oh, it's so easy to make, and you can just sit there. Like, I can eat like a whole bowl of it, and it's just, ah, man. Kraft Dinner is like the thing of champions. Yeah, they're so nice to sit there, and it's like, what should I have for dinner? I'm like, I'm just gonna have Kraft Dinner. I don't need anything else. Oh, actually, I'll make like a salad and Kraft Dinner, but I really like my salads. We have these like pre-packaged salads, and if you wait for the right dates, you can buy them pretty cheap, and you can buy a bunch of them. And it's like, it's really easy to make. You just get a bowl and it's like the salad is just ready. You just dump the salad in and you dump the sauces and stuff and you mix it together. They're actually really good salads. I don't know what the brand is, but that's something I do a lot is I'll have something for dinner and then as my side I'll just eat the salad. And I'll usually eat like almost all the salad. Or if not, I like save it for like after a stream and I'll have the rest of it, or I'll save it for the next day. I love my prepackaged salads, they're awesome. And I also love the idea that they're basically just like lazily thrown together like extras these companies have, but they taste damn good. You watch the house hippo thing and you want one now? They're adorable! Yeah, the Canadian house hippo, it's freaking hilarious. Yeah. See, we have fun things on the stream. I do pretty well. I hit nostalgia. And we do hilarious stuff. But yeah, the Canadian house hippo. It's so adorable. But that's like such a thing from like my youth. And then just to bring it up in high school and everyone was just like, oh my god, I remember that. I watched that too. Ugh, god. Different times, because nowadays kids would be brought up and they, you know, they watch YouTube and like TikTok. And like when I was a kid, we actually did watch old people TV and yeah. I think most people had cable, and I had satellite my whole life. 'Cause the old man loves TV. And then the one gal I liked when I was like in elementary and stuff, and she had satellite too, and we were like, she was the only one I knew that had satellite as well, and I was like, ooh. Yeah, it was real fancy back in the day. Yeah, we had it was called Star Choice, and then it ended up getting bought by like Shaw, so it's like Shaw Direct, but it's like. Yeah, it was like Star Choice back in the day, and that was like the 2000s. That was a long time ago. So long ago. You used to make craft dinner for you and your sisters when you were at work. It helped you a lot. It really is an incredible... Like, I don't want to, you know, like dock it down at all, but like craft dinner is so cool because it's like, it's really easy to make. If you're younger, it's super easy to make as well. It's typically cheaper. It's gone up in price a bit, but you know, it's really affordable. It's really filling. It's not necessarily like the healthiest, but it's like, it is so perfect if you got like, again, if you have a, like you just said, like you got like a younger kid that needs to make food for their siblings. Like it's so simple to make craft dinner and it tastes really good and everybody loves it. It is such a Canadian staple. It really, really genuinely is. We'll bring up the craft dinner thing again. Yeah! Why am I not playing Cold War? Oh, piss off. Throw them the grenades. I think, what was it, Stu that suggested I get Bandolier? Because I had Claymores on, because I used to play a lot of Search and Destroy, and he's like, dude, you're like a god of throwing grenades. Just throw on Bandolier. And now I just grenade spam. Because I got technically 4 grenades, right? I've got 3 I can throw, and then when I die, a grenade drops. And it's like, get a lot of grenade kills. Especially if you watch me like stream and play Halo, I get a lot of grenade kills. It's trigonometry. That's why I did 30-1 level math in school. It's so that I could learn the trigonometry of like accurate grenade aiming to like, you know, I create triangles on the wall. It's like when I play a game, I see the math, I see the angles, and I track them on the parabola, and my controller's almost out of batteries. One sec. Gotta replace these bad boys. New pack energizers. You stopped going to your therapist once you found Kraft mac and cheese. Gotta be KD, man. Gotta be KD. I love talking about that kind of thing because it's so, like, stupidly awesome. Like, Kraft dinner is, you know, special. Now I fully expect Kraft to send me some boxes of this because I promoted them. Like, come on here. You know, I'm giving them free advertisement here. The least they could do is throw me a bone and give me some KD, you know? It's not like it costs them anything. But no, I think that's just hilarious that, like, it's funny that people know what I'm talking about, but also, like, again, that it is such a, like, if you grew up here, you definitely ate craft dinner. God fucking damn it, these camping sons of a... Okay, we'll make this up, guys. We're only down by 10. Okay, we'll make a comeback here. Or, like, lose by, like, 1 freaking kill. Yeah. Power A rechargeable pack. No, I buy Duracell packs from Costco. And then I charge them on the wall. I literally have this beside me because I just opened it not too long ago. Friendship ended with the Costco hot dog. Craft Dinner's the best friend. Costco hot dog's a really good bang for your buck. It's only like $1.50, right, man? Yeah. Think of it like this, like, the Costco hot dogs are, like, really even more affordable in Canada. Because, like, think about it. In the US, you pay $1.50, right, for a Costco hot dog? And in Canada, I pay $1.50 for a hot dog. So, like, the exchange rate-wise, I'm getting the best bang for my buck than you guys are. I might find a new lobby. This is not going well. Ow. Who's the guy running around with these Akimbo Rangers? These are non-canonical to my Call of Duty 4 experience. Like, these don't belong in this game. That's one thing that bothered, like, it didn't bother me too much, but that is one thing that bothered me with this remaster, is they kept shoving in, like, new guns. So it's like, these guns were not part of my original Call of Duty 4 experience. Yeah, like, these should not be in this game. This is so dumb. Same with, like, the melee weapons. Those are kind of dumb, too. It's like, those don't belong in those. If people use the stupid stuff, they use the stupid stuff. Yeah, there's only 3 of us. I should probably find another lobby, eh? I accept my loss. I will find a busier lobby with actual people. Or maybe I won't. Haha. Yeah. You hear... Still no news about the deal. Not to my knowledge. The only thing I heard was you guys should like the stream. What? Subscribing's great, donations cool. Consider becoming a channel member. Cool perks, emotes, icons, all that exciting stuff. There's channel member gifting, the Patreon option, the Discord for stream alerts, chatter, and great times, the Xbox Store affiliate link for your Xbox Store purchases, and the Amazon Store affiliate link too. Did I just do that? No, I didn't. So there's like 3 hours on the deal 2 hours ago, so now there's like 45 minutes left. I don't know, man. Doesn't sound like the deal's going through unless the judge gives... again, there are other circumstances. Let me take a look at the forums thing that I watch about this. New submissions in New Zealand. 2 in favor, 1 against the acquisition. Who cares? Nothing else. So yeah, it doesn't sound like there's any new info. So, again, to simply put it down, you know, like, okay, so this was the end date, because there needs to be a 5-day, like a 5 business day wait period. So technically the judge could be like, okay, FTC, you lose, Microsoft wins, and I'm waiving the date lock. That can happen. Yeah, so that could still be a path to purchase. Or maybe Xbox could, you know, Microsoft could extend the deal with Activision. Or maybe the companies will both kind of be like, oh, we're going to wait this out. Because it's a termination date that could possibly be like, they can just walk away at that point. But, like, it could also just be, like, a hard termination date. I don't know on that stuff. So, like, yeah, the deal could still go through. But, yeah, I mean... There literally is only, like, 40-something minutes left, technically. Unless the judge waives the 5 wait day period. Which, she could. I don't know. So, yeah. Keep in mind for, like, a case like this, it usually takes, like, a month and a bit for, like, you know, a decision to be made. So this is at an accelerated time frame, like a deeply accelerated time frame. So this is a little different, but the judge did say she was going to respect the period of time because, you know, Kodak there of Activision said, like, if it, you know, if the thing is granted, the deal is dead, and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, Activision, they've had a really, really good year, so they don't need the deal anymore, technically. So, like, yeah, it's hard to say. Like, I'm trying to provide the info I can to the best of my ability. Like I said, I'm not even from the US, and I've had to learn so much about, like, how the US court systems and stuff work, it's kind of tiring, actually. I've had to learn a lot about different structural antitrust stuff across the globe to deal with this stuff and provide accurate information, but yeah, it is exhausting. I am like, you know, as I said, we've literally spent the last year and a half of my life every day on every stream talking about this deal and, you know, stuff like that, so I'm excited for the end of it, and I'm also excited to see what happens and where it ends. If the deal doesn't go through, it's definitely going to feel like a bit of a waste of a year and a half of my life, but, you know, you win some, you lose some. That's like with anything in life, you know. Sometimes you get the love, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. You gotta wait and see. Because it's like, for regular people, it's like, the deal is not a big deal. Like, if you're just somebody that plays video games, it's like, oh, it's cool, you know, you get the stuff on Game Pass. But for me, it does set things up very nicely. You know, I have a really good relationship with Xbox. If they were to own Call of Duty and stuff, yeah, I'd probably be pretty set up for life. But, like, you know, it's, you know, things aren't gonna, like, drastically change or end for me, and it's not the end of the world, but it has been quite a ride. You know, it has been quite a year and a half, so we'll have to wait and see what happens. It's just a waiting game, right? You know, I can't make it go faster, you can't make it go faster. We just gotta wait and see what the judge decides. But the court case stuff was hilarious. That was so entertaining to, like, watch happen in action. Just, oh man, there was some good stuff. My favorite parts of these court cases, like the Apple versus Epic court case, and this one, is just like all the juicy info that gets revealed. Like, the gaming industry, in my opinion, is too secretive. Like, the movie industry, you know about films like maybe a decade in advance. Movies that don't even ever happen, you know about. But for gaming, everything's so shrouded in mystery and blah blah blah, which to me is kind of silly. It would be nice to have a more open industry. But yeah, it was so cool to learn so much. If you didn't see my video, we did, like, I think a week ago now, a few days ago, I talk about all the, like, acquisitions Xbox is looking at, and they were targeting like 1,000 studios for, like, you know, possible acquisition, and it, you know, we would never hear about this stuff unless these court cases were happening. You literally would never hear about this. Like, they literally almost were buying Sega. You know, they wanted, like, CD Projekt Red, they wanted IO Interactive, they wanted to buy Remedy. Like, you would never learn about this stuff otherwise, but these court cases give you such juicy details. And it's awesome, because, you know, I get more insight into the industry I follow, so it's a lot of fun to keep track on. How populated is this on each console? I don't know, but you can find matches here. Stu, just, could you correct me on this one? You were the one that says I should have Bandolier in this game, correct? That's what I've been recalling as being the case. Canada tried to block the deal. Canada didn't try to block the deal. We were doing this thing called, like, posturing. So from what I understand is, like, the Canadian government waited too long to actually do anything because they were too busy letting our oligopolies consolidate and buy more of, you know, the telecoms and make themselves stronger, which sucks. So essentially, from what I understand, is our government waited too long to actually do anything. I mean, they could say that they're not in approval of the deal, but they can't. Again, from what I understand, the Canadian government actually can't do anything to prevent the deal. They waited too long, which is such a Canadian thing to do, is to, like, you know, complain about something but not actually spend the time doing anything about it, or spending the time within the time frame to actually do anything about it. Which, again, makes the Canadian government completely useless, but, you know, they keep voting the same people in, so I can't, you know, speak on behalf of everyone else in the country, but it is what it is. And, yeah. So just, some levels of incompetence, but, you know, we could go on and on about politics, but I don't really want to be too bothered by it tonight. And, yeah. Canada land, lots of fun. Always a laugh here. Deal is dead. I mean, there's still 39 minutes left, but they're in Pacific time. They're in Pacific time. Have I prepared my champagne? I did not buy my champagne. Should I go out tomorrow and buy a thing of champagne in case it happens? I mean, I could. Walpole Island? I don't know what that is. I can check the player count. No, this game doesn't have a player count. It's not like Call of Duty 4. Like, they stopped doing player counts in Call of Duty back in, was Modern Warfare 3 the first to drop the play? No, Modern Warfare 3 had a player count. I think it was like Black Ops 3 that dropped the player count, right? It was one of those. But no, you can't see how many people are playing this game. That's not in this. You can see the percentage of players in each playlist, but it doesn't tell you how many people are actually playing it. Yeah, if we were playing the original COD 4, we would. There's actually like a people that still play COD 4, which is hilarious to me. We were doing Black Ops 2 last night, and yeah, there was people that left Black Ops 2 to go play COD 4, which was hilarious. First Alien vs. Predator movie ended abruptly. Did it? Alien vs. Are you watching like a really earlier part of the stream? Alien vs. Predator. That one kind of had an ending, didn't it? Anyways, we've got a bunch of people watching. I'm gonna drop a code into the chat. Yeah. Well, I mean, technically for the deal to go through, it had to be done today. Again, unless she waives the 5-day wait period. So, yeah. Again, today was supposed to be the last day. This came out before Blob 3. Okay, so well then they decided Infinite Warfare didn't have a player count. So there's, I don't know, there's no player count on this one. You don't get that. Like I said, guys, I didn't know 100% for sure. I was just trying to guess which COD got rid of the player count, but there's no player count in this game. It doesn't tell you. I'm sorry. I wish I knew the player count, but I don't. Yeah. I can't do anything for you. And man, nobody cared about that Harmony review today. Jesus Christ. Sucks to suck. And what's with all these people telling me DayZ isn't on Game Pass? It very clearly is on Game Pass. Blows my mind. And I got somebody on a DayZ video telling me that my server connections are based on where I live, and I'm like, yeah, I don't think so. God. Some of the comments and stuff I see, mind-blowing. Twitter says 1 hour left. And there's like 36 minutes left, man. You got guilt. Anyways, I hope you enjoy that. See, guys, occasionally in the chat we drop codes. It's a really cool little game. I played it on Stadia, and then I did a Series X video of it a little bit back. So, yeah, it's actually a cool little game. So I hope you enjoy that. But yeah, occasionally we drop codes for people. We've taken the lead. What are you doing? Guys, it's like we're playing Modern Warfare 2-2. They just added this map. So funny, all the people being like, this new map Showdown, and I'm like, really? Really? Because, like, as I've said personally, I think this map is terrible. I think this is like the weakest, maybe the weakest map in this game. But this game has really good maps. But yeah, and it's just like, people are like, oh, they added Showdown. I'm like, this map sucks. I don't know why people are excited about being added to the new COD, but it's a bad level, but whatever. New maps are good for Modern Warfare 2 because it's definitely been, you know, well, it's gotten better, but it was definitely lacking in the map department. But yeah, we give codes. If you guys missed it, we co-streamed the Xbox conference when that was out, and Xbox gave me like 7 12-month Ultimate Game Pass codes, which I gave out, and a lot of people enjoyed, so yeah, that was pretty awesome. Occasionally we get some good stuff to share. Occasionally. And, you know, I get some extra codes here or there, and then throw them on and stuff. Our UAV is online. Our UAV is online. That was close. I thought I killed a guy based on the hit markers, but I guess I was wrong. Huh, odd.
Airstrike standing by.
Should I go for the 7th? Nah, I'm gonna pop down this airstrike.
Friendly airstrike on the way. Helicopter.
Then I'm gonna get this kill streak. I feel like this is like the first matches these guys have ever played. They're like level like 1 and 2s. That's so weird. I love that people are checking out one of my favorite games of all time for the first time. That's awesome. And just, again, think of it. If the deal goes through, all the people that are going to be able to play this game for the first time because it's through Game Pass. God, that's going to be awesome.
Enemy UAV is airborne.
I mean, you just got to guess, guys. It's, you know, you just got to get the luck on the code. I don't know. That's why we do the question mark, though, so it's a little bit slower. Thoughts on the latest Predator film? Prey? You talking about Prey? I loved it. There's actually, I did a video review of it on the channel too, and a written review as well. Yeah, I really liked Prey. That was fun. I don't think it was like, I can't remember what I said. I think it was, yeah, it was a pretty good film. Wasn't like blown away by it, but I did actually really enjoy that one. That was a COVID film too, wasn't it? I think that one would have done really well in theaters. I think Disney was, yeah, I think I said that too at the time. I was like, Disney was really dumb about that one. Because I think if they would have put it in theaters, they would have actually made some good money off that. Because the budget and stuff was so low. Another cool fact, that was actually shot around the region where I live. So it's actually a local production. Same with the Last of Us, the show. That was shot here. And then stupid Vancouver stole the 2nd season. Frickin' Vancouver, man.
Lost the lead.
Vancouver steals all the cool stuff. Anyways,
UAV is airborne.
yeah.
Enemy helicopter approaching. Enemy UAV is airborne.
Proper AVP production. I just can't believe they actually made a couple, you know, Alien vs. Predator movies. I can't believe that even happened. I don't know. I think they're just gonna keep doing like random Predator and Alien movies probably, and then I don't think they'll necessarily connect them or something. I think they're just gonna do random stuff, but I'm sure they'll try Alien vs. Predator again. Because it's like, as long as you do like a decent budget for those films, they usually give a return on investment, so... Yeah, but it's not a franchise that's known for its cohesion, Aliens or Predator, at this point. Could you please move so I can get by you? You are so annoying. Are you serious, dude? What an ass just sitting on that step. What is he even doing and shooting at?
Our UAV is online.
People are so annoying. This is why we're losing. Dumb teammates. You didn't like Prey? I thought it was a lot of fun because it was neat seeing like a little character, or like a, you know, kind of a weaker character using strategy and whatnot. Yeah. I don't know, I'd have to look up what I gave it, but I think I gave it a pretty solid score. Yeah, let me look it up. But yeah, no, I do remember enjoying that film. Prey install size. Oh, do I have to search Prey movie? I gave it a... Yeah, I gave it like just under an 8, so yeah, I actually enjoyed it quite a bit. Oh well. What are the benefits of the Xbox deal going through? Oh, like... You know, the Activision games on Game Pass, meaning they're a lot cheaper for you to play. Activision games returning that have been gone for years. You know, the backwards compatibility getting sorted out. Day 1 releases of Call of Duty on Game Pass. The marketing for Call of Duty going to Xbox. The marketing for all the Activision stuff going to Xbox. If you're an Xbox gamer, it's literally like the greatest thing in the world if this goes through. Like, also, again, we talked about this extensively earlier, but like, you know, within Microsoft, Xbox will be like the 2nd or 3rd biggest department after this, so it'll actually make them a big deal within Microsoft, so the Xbox will get an increased budget, more acquisition opportunities, a bigger push within Microsoft, a bigger focus within Microsoft. They'll be able to spend more on Xbox, and yeah, it'll also allow Microsoft to create a 3rd mobile store in order to compete against Android and Apple, because the EU is forcing iOS and Android to open up their marketplaces, so Microsoft will actually have some games to compete on mobile with. Yeah, there's lots of benefits. If you're on PlayStation only, obviously less benefits for you. If you're on Nintendo, you'll get Call of Duty for the first time in a long time. If you're on PC, Activision stuff will be available on all the platforms, so it'll be more accessible to play Activision titles. If you do cloud gaming, Activision stuff will be available everywhere. So yeah, pretty much great benefits. The only downside really would be if you're on PlayStation, you lose the marketing rights and the perks, and you don't get the opportunity to take away content from other gamers anymore. So that's kind of the biggest thing on that one. Yeah. Comes to Game Pass, you'll be playing every game. Oh, I'm just like, for me, the biggest excitement would be able to sit here and just do like a couple weeks of like straight COD streaming and just doing like COD Game Pass streaming. It's gonna be sick. We want to do like a Call of Duty 2 stream, we want to do Call of Duty 3, we want to do the old CODs, we want to do like campaign COD streams. Oh, it's gonna be a bonanza. The entire dub is in command. Yeah, I know. I've actually heard of that. The entire dub is the actual language of the area, which is super cool. Because, like I said, it's awesome to have films actually filmed where I live and stuff. So, like, you know, Prey was filmed here. Last of Us Season 1 was filmed here. It's really cool. You know what else is cool? Liking the stream. What? Subscribing's great. Donations cool. Consider becoming a channel member. Cool perks, emotes, icons, all that great stuff. It's like $1 to join. Why not become a channel member? There's channel member gifting, the Patreon option, the Discord for stream alerts, chatter, and great times, the Xbox Store affiliate link for Xbox Store purchases, and the Amazon Store affiliate link too. You're buying stuff on there, why not use the affiliate stuff? And again, a good shout to Friendly Homie there, first in live stream chatting member that hit the Sapphire level as a member, which is pretty cool. It looks awesome. Anyways, did Stu give an answer if he was the guy that suggested Bandolier as my perk in this? I'm trying to get down to the bottom of that. He might have just stopped by for a second. Oh, god damn it. New Guitar Hero? Yeah, they might bring Guitar Hero back. World at War? Yeah, we definitely did some World at War streams. Red Dead Redemption 2 feels the smoothest 30 FPS. I don't know if that's really a thing, you know. But it could be some of the stuff they do for the, you know, like the effects and stuff, I guess, for you. I don't know, man. PC folks always ahead. Yeah. So anyways, for me though, it's like, you know, the Game Pass stuff. Like, when Bethesda, the acquisition went up through for Bethesda, that was, like, my biggest, like, view day. That was my biggest subscriber day. Like, that was a big deal. So I'm expecting for Activision that it's going to be, like, just a freaking monster day for me. I mean, we'll have to wait and see, but, yeah, I'm expecting, like, for me, it's going to be super beneficial. Like I said, you know, obviously there's a bias because it's going to be hugely beneficial for me. It'll basically set me up for life. You know, if they have COD and stuff under the Xbox banner, it's, you know, as long as I maintain my Microsoft relationship, it's incredible. Like, the opportunities and stuff I'll have for, like, the rest of my life is incredible. So, yeah, I'm really wanting this deal to go through, obviously. And everyone is unbiased one way or another, and they'll tell you different things, and blah, blah, blah. But at least I'll be, like, honest about stuff, and, yeah. Why the deal's so important. Ah, god damn it. I got a chopper, but they already got a chopper up. So now I gotta wait. Am I out of fun drink? No, I still got some left. Oh, you're saying the choppiness. Well, I hope you get it soon. I don't think you're too far away, are you, Caleb? It doesn't really tell me right off the beginning. The motion blur. Cocaine Bear? Ah, that movie was so bad. Ugh, someone else put it on and I just sat there and watched it. And I was just sitting there like, what am I doing with my life? So it was one of those like self-reflective periods, and then I finished it and I was just like, why did I even watch this? Like, I don't mind a dumb movie, but man, that was a dumb movie. Wait, there's a guy knifing me? I do love that I actually am able to enjoy this game so many years later. I freaking this game is like, it really is right up there beside like Halo 3 for me. Yeah, this is such a classic game. One of my favorite parts of the streaming is having an excuse to sit back and like play these older titles. I enjoy it so much. I'm glad that that's kind of the way my kind of channel pivoted, is like playing older stuff. Yeah, it is a lot of fun. I mean, I do play a lot of new stuff too, but yeah, I do really enjoy older games. It's nostalgia, guys. Chopper's putting in the work. That's what I'm talking about, Chopper. That's why we pay him the big bucks, guys. The big ducks, we give him the big ducks. The giant rubber duckies. That's what we pay the helicopter guys with. That's why they're so good at their job. Big rubber duckies. You don't know how Red Dead Redemption 2 runs in native 4K? Well, we had this great mid-gen refresh called the Xbox One X. You know, the mid-gen refresh concept that everybody complains about for the for this generation. Yeah, we had that, which had enough power to allow them to deliver a native 4K experience, and it's awesome because you're enjoying that even today. So some would say mid-gen refreshes are really important and awesome, and great for longevity. I'm butchering my KD now. Why are we down by so many people? My teammates were the problem that match. You're gonna see in my 7 in IMAX. I'm going tomorrow in the afternoon to go watch it, I think. Yeah, I love me some Halo 3. We're gonna do a Halo MCC stream this week because of the update. They're adding like 8-player firefight. I'm like, oh, 8-player firefight sounds awesome. I don't even know that many people, but it would be cool. Be really cool, man. Master Chief skin and COD, right? God, that'd be so cool. Blah, 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 blah. Rubber Duck Wave Racer was fun too. Did they up the graphics? Sadly, no. There was PS4 Pro support for this one, but this one missed out, whereas like Infinite Warfare got an upgrade, which sucks, but yeah. That is also something I'm really hoping that Microsoft maybe pushes for, but probably won't, would be them to go back and like basically upgrade these older games. It'd be so easy to run this at like 4K. So easy. You know the power's there. Yeah, this game looks like murky 1080p soup, whereas like Infinite Warfare is smooth and clean. Ah. They picked the wrong game. Although I did get a lot of views off of Infinite Warfare's upgrades, so I can't complain too much. Yeah, but I'm very excited about MCC. 8-player firefight sounds awesome. Yeah. Checkerboard? Yeah, they do a lot of checkerboarding on the PS4 Pro stuff. A lot of checkerboarding, which is a good solution if you can't actually get proper 4K, right? Makes sense. I get why they do it. But yeah, it looks like we're gonna have no updates on the deal, guys. The deal is dead. Yeah. Or the judge will swipe things. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. It's completely out of our hands, though, right? Let me check. Any new news? I mean, I'm sure it would be breaking news if anything was happening. Maybe I'll wake up tomorrow and the info will be out. But I just want to know. I want a decision. Just anything. Let me know what it is. It must be funny being a judge where it's like you do a lot of like court cases and it's like most of the time the public doesn't care, but all of a sudden you get this like silly gaming case and all of a sudden it's like you've got tons of people won. Like I was gonna say millions, but I don't know. Is there millions of people watching this? Thousands of people like waiting for this deal just to kind of like, what's happening? It is like, it's Microsoft's biggest deal ever. It's the biggest deal in gaming ever. I don't know. I want to know where it goes, what happens. We'll probably talk about it tomorrow on the stream if it does go through, but oh god. Really? That was how did that grenade bounce back? Huh? Which again, I kind of sit there and debate if I should get champagne or not. I could pop it off on the stream and be like, ooh. Be pretty fun. I think we'd have some good laughs with that. I always like to do silly stuff. You used to play Halo? Well, MCC's still pretty good. Yeah, I saw that the judge is literally trending on Twitter. We don't play Halo Infinite anymore. You got tickets dead center of the theater. See, now I would buy tickets ahead, but our theaters, they charge $1.50 surcharge if you buy tickets on like your app. So I don't do that anymore because Cineplex is greedy. They're a greedy, crappy company sometimes. And that's really sad because I loved Cineplex growing up, but I mean, that is just a dirty surcharge that they hide. And I really hope that the government actually slaps them for that because they deserve it. Ruining my movie experience. Like you have such good faith that you've built up with me over like decades of movie going. And then you piss it all away for $1.50 surcharge on the tickets? Like, screw you, Cineplex. Yeah, the company can go to hell for that choice. And it doesn't sound like a big deal. You'd be like, oh, it's $1.50. But it's like, these tickets cost 20 bucks to go watch these movies. And then, like, if you go in a family of 4, you're paying an extra $6? That's freaking crazy. So you're paying, you know, 60 bucks for tickets, and then it's $66 because they need an extra $6. And then it's like, you know, heaven forbid you want to get drinks or anything, you know. And then they're soaking you to go watch a movie. It's completely unjust. And the other part of it is they don't tell you that there's the surcharge. They just add it. You know, you're going to buy your tickets, like, this is how much the ticket costs, and you go to pay, and the tickets have all of a sudden increased by, you know, $1.50 each. That's dirty. That's disgusting. And apparently our governing bureau is gonna sue them, and I don't know, they're gonna have to pay us like a, you know, some sort of fee or something because they messed up. But yeah, it's disgusting. Because a big thing, if you don't know, in Canada is you can't do hidden fees. That's a big thing here. I can't call in my chopper because my teammates already have a chopper. Why are you doing so good, savage dude? I want to call in my chopper gunner. Oh, not chopper gunner, sorry, my chopper. Sorry I couldn't kill you faster, I had to call in my chopper. How embarrassing is that? Is me standing over your body waiting to kill you, but I'm like rushing to get a chopper in before my other teammate gets another chopper. And that's when you know you're getting smacked around. But the other thing is we should be careful not to smack around the team too much, otherwise people quit because they're getting killed too badly, and then you don't have any players to play against because this is an older game. You gotta be careful about that kind of stuff. $20, what about Tuesday? That's why I'm going tomorrow, is because it's weird for a movie to start on a Tuesday. Like, if you guys don't know, usually movies, they start on Thursday night previews. So I don't know why, I don't know if there's like a holiday or something, but like, yeah, Mission Impossible starts on Tuesday, which is tomorrow, which is weird. And it's Cheap Tuesday, so it's a cheaper day to go to the theaters. So I'm lucking out. So I've got my, I got my Costco gift card thing that I got from, I think, buying my TV back in the day. I don't know where that is. Let me see. It's right over here, one sec. Ugh. Oh, sorry, there's this big collection of cards and stuff I have. So yeah, I got a Costco card. So I can, like, I could splurge and get myself some chicken strips. But yeah, I got 20 bucks at Costco. So I can go get myself a free set of hot dogs. And then I can walk to the theater, because they're right beside the Costco. And I can, you know, I'll have my hot dog at Costco, and I go to the theater, maybe buy a beer, and get cheaper movie tickets on opening day for Mission Impossible. Win, win, win. It's gonna be sick, man. Matinee. Yeah, we don't have matinee showings. We have cheap Tuesdays. That's all we get here. Otherwise, they just rally up the ass. The old COD game's getting a Series XS patch. I wouldn't expect that, but it would be awesome. Should you get this game? It is one of the best games ever made. We should celebrate with drinks and fun. Well, that's what I was saying is I should buy like a champagne and then on stream I can go like pop it off and be like, woo. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, I'm pretty excited for tomorrow. And like a 2 o'clock showing, it's like it won't fill up that much because it's 2 o'clock on a Tuesday, and I'm just like, this is gonna be a fun me day, is what it's gonna be. I had a fun me day going and enjoying the lake and the pizza the other day. I had a fun me day today going out and walking. I am having a great time, loving life. It is exciting. Ain't that right, Teddy? I'm having a hell of a time. Week week. This is my guinea pig car. Yeah. When you download a game on Game Pass, does it save when you're offline? Why are you offline? And that's one thing I really don't get these days, is people playing video games offline. I don't even know how that's possible. Like, how do you play something offline nowadays? I don't know, I assume it's like any game that you... Can you even play Game Pass stuff offline? I think it's all tied to the server, isn't it? Yeah, I think you have to be connected to online. But anyways, for saves on Xbox, it's like if you're playing offline, your console just stores it, and the next time you go online, you just overlap your save on the cloud or not. That's kind of how it works. It's pretty simple. But again, I don't know why people would be going offline in the modern era. Like, are you going to like a log cabin in the woods and you're bringing your console, or like what? Oh crap, they're behind me. Oh crap, they're behind me that way too. See, I can do pretty good at this game. See, I had a couple matches where I wasn't doing so good, and then I'm like, oh, people are gonna think I'm bad at this, but I do actually play this game pretty well. Waste away my youth on like this in like Halo 3. Funny times. And so worth it for the career that I have now. It was all worth it, guys. No achievements. You should still technically get achievements offline. You haven't seen ads for... Really, you haven't seen ads for Mission Impossible? Have all my hot dogs in a baby stroller going to the theater? Yeah, that would be funny. Just like a load of hot dogs. I mean, I can kind of only handle one Costco hot dog. And even that kind of is, like, almost too much for me. Yeah, I can't really eat a ton. I'm just sort of like, you know... I'm like a really healthy sort of weight, so it's like I can't eat a whole bunch, otherwise I feel ill almost. Anyways. I eat a good amount. I can eat a Costco hot dog and enjoy it. But I was thinking that because I have $20 at Costco, maybe I'll splurge and get some chicken strips. Ooh, I know, right? Bringing out the big bucks. It's in there with my gift card. I'm like, I can get 2 chicken strips. 2 of them. And like a hot dog as well. Or I could get like a bunch of just hot dogs. I don't know. It's crazy. It is good. It's been a great week. I'm having a lot of fun. I don't know, just like constantly people be like, oh, playing offline, and I'm just like, how? Like I don't know, just like for how consoles are like situated and stuff, I don't really get the offline thing. Even with dodgy Wi-Fi, you're still online. So it's, I don't know, it's just, to me it's very bizarre. Just the concept of it I find very, very strange. Because I can see like back in the day, but nowadays you can't go anywhere without like finding like an internet connection or a Wi-Fi connection. And it's like, I doubt you're playing again in a cabin in the woods with your Series X. Because if you're going out into nature like that, you might as well just like not be playing games, but enjoying life. Or playing on your, like, Steam Deck or ROG Ally or something, right? But... like, most games don't even function without online. I think I got, like, 6 bullets in this. That's all I need, apparently. Ow. I also need people to like the stream. What? Subscribing's great, donations cool. Consider becoming a channel member. Cool perks, emotes, icons, all that great stuff. There's channel member gifting, the patron option, the Discord for stream alerts, chatter, and great times. The Xbox Store affiliate link for Xbox Store purchases, and the Amazon Store affiliate link as well. If you're gearing up for the big Prime sale or the Xbox Store summer sale, you know, do consider using those links. Because you are buying stuff anyways. Yep. Tuna sandwich? Tuna's alright. What do I have against offline? I just don't see the point in offline. You know, you can sit there and be like, I don't see how you're playing stuff offline, and also be like, I don't like DRM on stuff. It's just like most things are literally you have to have online connections, and I don't see a world where I'm ever like not connected to the internet instantly wherever I go. And I don't really see situations where other people aren't connected to the internet. It's, to me, that's completely perplexing. And no one can ever explain how they're offline or why they're offline other than being like, oh, I have shoddy Wi-Fi sometimes, but then I'm like, you're still online. And then someone, like what, are you dragging your console onto, like, a submarine or, like, a cabin in the woods? And, like, literally no one can explain other than the fact that they'd like to be able to play offline. And it's like, that's cool, but, like, where are you playing these games that you're playing them offline? And why are you playing games that are multiplayer games that require offline? I don't understand that. Yeah, I don't get that. I have fiber. I have 2 crappy copper wires that were bitten to crap by bunnies and just recently got fixed with literally them splicing the copper wires together. So no, I don't even have a fiber internet connection. This is chicken strips putting on the Ritz. That's what I was saying, right? It was one of the dating apps. Was the lady was like, we can go to Costco, and I'm like, we didn't connect, I guess, but I was like, if you want to go to Costco, I will buy you anything at the food court. Yeah. Where do I post the hot dogs? I think what I'm going to do is show them off on the stream and then also include them in the daily photos on the Discord. I don't know how else to show off the hot dogs. We might take small video clips of the hot dogs and make a YouTube Shorts hot dog montage, but I don't know. I really don't know. GOG. Yeah, it's a cool thing, but not many people use GOG, right? But it is cool. Sounds like I stay indoors a lot. You do know that this is a nature photos channel, right? You can very easily go to my community tab and you can see that I spend a lot of time outside. Like a lot of time outside. Like literally most of what I do on a day-to-day is like I go on like a walk, like and a hike every single goddamn day almost. So do not give me that I stay indoors a lot crap, because that is definitely not the case. Let me get you a link to my community tab and you can go take a look at the walks I go on. Yeah. I'm probably one of the more active outdoorsy people here. You can enjoy older games because of the online. The Ezio trilogy is incomplete because of the DRM. Yeah, so again, I'm not saying DRM is a great thing, but I'm just like, and none of you were able to explain a reason why you'd be playing offline though. You're just saying DRM, and it's like, yeah, DRM kind of sucks, but like, no one's giving me a good reason why they are playing offline. Because you know you can have an always online game and not have like bad DRM, right? Like that can be a thing. But I'm just legitimately, again, and no one in the chat is saying anything otherwise, explaining why they're playing offline, or why they need to play offline. And if you can't give me a good argument other than like, oh, because of DRM, that's not an argument. It isn't. And you know, like I said, we stream like every night, and this question comes up a lot about people playing on, or people wanting to play offline, but no one can actually explain why they need to play offline. And like I said, we stream every day, and this comment comes up constantly, and there's not been a single person that has been able to explain anything with a logical reason. At all. Not even like the beginning of a conversation or an argument with me. And I'm all for debating things, I'm always up for it, but like, yeah. And again, you're kind of mistaking the idea of me being like, oh, DRM is great, as opposed to me being like, why do you need to play offline? It's simply not the same thing. Because DRM sucks in a lot of states. You know, like those older Ubisoft games on PC are completely, some of them are completely broken because of it. There's like, you know, a number of games. The de novo DRM, you know, it like wrecks the performance in games. A lot of older titles. Or not a lot of older titles, even more recent titles have performance impacting. So I'm not even saying DRM is a good thing, but I'm just literally debating where are you playing offline? Or why are you playing offline? And no one can explain anything. The old "you don't go outside" is a statement, right? The bombs drop? Yeah, okay. No, it's just kind of funny when people are like, "Oh, you don't go outside," and it's like, dude, like, I am a very outdoorsy going person. Like seriously, like today, I did 2 walks. I did like a 2-hour hike, and I did like a 30-45 minute walk around like the local area. So it's like, yeah, you know, I'm going out and doing things. I literally, like, I had pizza at the lake yesterday, and I walked around the lake, and I caught 5 Squirtles shinies. 5 Squirtle shinies, guys. I was like, woo! It was a good catching day. Can you believe I was missing those shots? I was shooting right at that person. And I'm, like, so tanned right now, too. Although it is always funny showing off my tan, because people are like, you're so pale for what you do, and it's like, yeah, okay. But it is funny, like, I am actually, like, pretty tan right now. Believe it or not. It's kind of hilarious. But, yeah, I can show that off in a sec, but I'm getting bombed by people. But when I die, I'll get to this. But yeah, you can, like, look at my arm, and then you can, like, the paleness here, you can see I'm actually, like, extremely tan for how tanned I can get. But yeah, that does kill me. But who's counting? Yeah, but you're saying I don't go outside at all. And I did, like, literally, you know, I was outside most of the day, so it's just a dumb argument that you're pretty piss poorly explaining. But you can keep riding that, I guess. The other question is, can you prove that you did a 4-hour bike ride? Because I've got photos from me walking out today. Because like I said, this is a nature photos channel. But can you prove that you bike rode? I don't think you can. I should get tanned harder. I should make the sun burn me harder. Come on, the sun, you're embarrassing me out there with your lack of, well, I'm like, you know, like Métis, so like, technically my tan is like, it's just like the melanin. Anyways, it doesn't matter. Game preservation. Yeah, game preservation's awesome too. Yeah, it's great, but it's like, you know, I don't see how online only, like, prevents that as well. The other thing is like, not every game lasts forever. Some things are only for a specific time, and you just have to enjoy them as is. Because you can have box games from like 20 years ago, and it's like most people can't get a box game. Like, I've got like this huge stack of 360 games, like Enslaved Odyssey, or Lost Odyssey, whatever Enslaved is. Like, you know, you can't go to a store and buy that anymore. The only way you could buy that game now is like on Steam, right? But you can't buy that for Xbox. You can't go to like Walmart and buy a 360 copy of Enslaved. You can't. So it just, like, some games just, they disappear over time, and that's just how it goes. And it's like, sure, you could find a physical copy and keep playing it, but eventually the 360 will stop working, or your 360s will die. And then people have to, like, work around it and do emulation and stuff. But, like, you know, not everything lasts forever. That's the other thing, too, is, like, you know, people complain about digital only, but, like, you know, you wouldn't be able to play this Call of Duty right here if you weren't able to buy it digitally. They don't sell this as a physical copy anymore. You can't go out and buy this. You can't. You could buy it, like, used if you're lucky and somebody's selling it in your area, but, like, You know, a young kid can't go to the store and buy this. Doesn't exist. I sound funny? Would you like a timeout? Yeah, you buy your games on GOG. Well, that's great. You know, it's a great way to support, you know, DRM-free experiences, but GOG has such a tiny amount of market share, sadly. But yeah, that's the guy's whole argument is like, sounds like you don't go outside, but I do, and you don't have any other argument other than being like, I bike today. And it's like, okay. Why isn't it timing out? YouTube, why aren't you working for me? You'll get a timeout eventually. What was my first Pokemon game? I don't... Should we find a new lobby? It's like 5 on 3. I kind of wonder if there's like a busier lobby we can join. Yeah, it's like 5 on 3, which isn't very fun. Let's see if we can get a busier lobby. Anyways, oh, it's because it was resetting things. Okay, now can I time out? Yeah, the YouTube isn't working for me. Oh, there we go. Now you got your timeout. Sorry, it took so long there. Nuclear winter. I don't think you'll be doing a lot of gaming if there's like a nuclear winter. I feel like, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but YouTube at like a certain hour, and it's like usually 1 o'clock where I am, usually YouTube has this like weird reset thing. Where it like the servers for streaming kind of have like a chug for a second and then they keep going. Yeah. Watch that be the only game that was still online. Let's go see recently played with. I bet there's like a full lobby out there where you just can't join it. Playing team deathmatch on what? Oh, we just joined the same lobby. What are you playing team deathmatch on? Offline. Search and destroy. There's a search and destroy lobby? Oh. Weird. Rocket League, main menu, 23 days ago, Battlefront 2. Team deathmatch on what, though? Okay, well, it filled out a little bit more, I guess. Okay, we'll just play this. Oh, it's the, you gotta use the in-game menu, and then you can see what people are playing. Yeah, that's what we usually do for, like, Black Ops and stuff, right? Is check the in-game to see what they're playing. Because it just says Modern Warfare Remastered playing Team Deathmatch, but it doesn't tell you the map or anything. So I'm sure there's at least a couple lobbies going on at this hour. Maybe not a ton of lobbies, but there's a couple lobbies going on. Guys, I kind of don't want to kill that guy because he's sitting there cutting the watermelons and having a good time, but I do need to end his life. It's a tough one. Always online bad because you lose internet, you won't be able to play. But where are you playing without internet? That's where I'm asking. Always online, the server is down, you're out of luck. But yeah, so like again, where are you buying this game to play it nowadays? That's my argument here that I don't think you're quite getting. Is like, you know, an always online game shuts down, it's gone for good. Sure, yeah, but like for a game like this, where can you go to a store and buy this game? You can't. You can buy it digitally, but you can't buy it physically anymore. You could maybe get a used copy if someone's selling it. Who knows how much that'll cost you too. So that's the thing I don't get. Is like, again, games are like, they're temporary. They don't last forever. And it's like, yeah, I can shove in a, you know, an old ass 360 game into a 360 that I still own and play it. But like, new people can't do that. So unless there's backwards compatibility or some way to play older games, it's like it doesn't matter anyways because games are temporary. If you're on PC, they're a little bit longer lasting, but you know what I mean. It's, yeah, that's kind of it. And it's, again, where are you playing these games offline? That's the other thing, is like, again, no one can come up with like a solid argument as to like where they're playing offline. You're not doing that because it's simply not a thing you do. It's just people being like, oh, I hate online games only, but they're not coming up with any compelling arguments as to why. It's the same argument. Like, if a game that's online only gets shut off, it's gone forever. But if a game is, like, offline, and it's like, sure, you could be, like, one of the 3 people in the world able to still play that old-ass game. But nobody cares, because they've moved on to something new. You know, it's like Warzone is going to be shut down soon. Nobody cares. They're playing the new Warzone. It's just... You know, I love gaming preservation. I'm big on it. I do a lot of it on the channel. I show off a lot of older games running on stuff. You know, I show off things a lot of other people don't show off. I play a lot of older stuff. But I also understand that things are temporary. They don't last forever. You have to enjoy them as they are at the time. I mean, hell, we're playing, like, you know, literally an old-ass game that was brought back, and it's still... Even this version of this game is old as hell. And I know I won't be able to play this forever, because people will eventually move on, and there won't be too many people in the servers. Which is why the deal should go through, so it's on Game Pass and attracts more players. But, like, you know... Where am I playing this offline, though? You know... You can't, because it's a multiplayer game, but you can play the campaign offline, but, like... Where am I doing that? Like, why am I disconnecting my console to play? Like, nobody has any sort of thing to say why that shouldn't be, though. Games were not always temporary, but they were, though. When a game stopped being sold, you couldn't get it anymore. That's what I'm trying to explain, is, like, if you bought a game physically, it's like, great, but, like, you can't go to a store and buy a GameCube game. Like, maybe GameStop? I don't even think they sell that anymore, do they? But, you know, you can't buy, like, a fresh copy of Super Mario Sunshine for your GameCube. You can't. It was sold for a time, and then it's not sold anymore, and you have to rely on trying to find it somewhere else to buy it from someone. And that's not reliable. So, like, a young kid isn't going to be able to buy Sunshine for their GameCube because time has gone on and it doesn't exist anymore. Same with all these CODs. Like, you know, one COD comes out, the next COD is gone, and you just kind of forget about it. Unless you can buy it digitally. So digitally has actually opened up longevity for a lot of these games that otherwise you wouldn't be able to get them. Like, I can sit there and I can go through, like, the original Xbox games, 360 games, and it's like nobody is really playing those. Like, the ones that are backwards compatible via disc only are really cool for collectors, but regular people are never going to be able to play those games because they're not available for sale anymore. They're temporary. And even then, it's like, you really want to sit there and play, like, Resident Evil from, like, you know, like the PS2 where it looks like garbage, where there's like an upgraded version where it runs better, and it's like, yeah, sure, some of these remasters are not good, some of these remakes aren't good, but, like, again, it's temporary. Which, as I said, I'm not against game preservation. I showcase a lot of games here that are really old. I like doing that. But it's just not realistic to think that these things are available forever, because they're temporary. They are. Doesn't mean it shouldn't exist, but the game, it's still like that, though. Online only are made around microtransactions. God. Are they? You know, I played Diablo 4, I totally forgot that part of the game that was centered around microtransactions. I forgot that, you know, Diablo 4 just wasn't worth playing because I couldn't buy that $20, I couldn't afford to buy that $20, you know, skin for my horse that made it a skeleton. Ah, it was so predatory. Or you know, I forgot about, like, playing Call of Duty and being like, I can't play or compete because I can't buy this character skin. Oh, it's just trying to get me to buy microtransactions. It's like, nah, they're not like mobile phone games. It's also a pretty weak argument as well. Yeah, I can list quite a few games that are like online only that aren't like just built around microtransactions. Diablo 4, I think, being a prime example. If anything, they're built around battle passes now, which is completely different. Yeah. I mean, hell, even in the days of when we didn't have battle passes, you know, they were kind of, you could say they were built around, like, gambling type stuff with, like, the loot crates, but built around microtransactions? That's more of a mobile thing as opposed to, like, a console game that's online only. Yeah. You should still be able to play it. But I've literally told you that, is like, because it's digital, you can keep playing it. But I'm saying people are saying that physical is the only way, but, like, you can't buy a physical game in a store anymore. You can't buy Mario Sunshine and play it on your GameCube, because they're not selling it. Sure, it'll still work, but you can't find that. And I was saying that digital stuff is good because it extends the lifespan of something. But things are also temporary. Sometimes digital games get removed due to licensing and other problems. And then they're just gone. And it's the same idea of that, is like not everything lasts forever. That's why there's re-releases, remasters, remakes. That's the point you should be getting. Is the Battle Pass not a microtransaction? No, it's like a seasonal pass thing that like gets you hooked on a game in long term. Microtransactions are quick one-time buys or buys that you can do over and over again. Game passes. They're kind of almost like subscriptions if you think about it. You really want to play Redfall, but you don't have an internet connection? That's funny. Loot boxes, the one you're playing. Yeah, I didn't really like that. But, you know, it did make the money, and they kept updating the game and adding content to it, so... I also didn't have to buy them. You're not forced to. They haven't released their update with the microtransactions. Yeah, okay. So you're going off of assumptions as opposed to actual factual information. You're just assuming that everything's going to be based around microtransactions. All I know is I played, what, 60 hours of Diablo 4, and I didn't feel forced or pressed to buy fucking anything. So, you know, kind of a bad argument on your side. Macrotransactions. Well, I don't think there actually is microtransactions anymore. We played Black Ops 2 the other night, and I showed that you could buy a gun skin for all your guns for $2. That's a microtransaction. When you're paying $20 for horse armor, that is a macrotransaction. But I don't know if you could really consider a battle pass a microtransaction, because you're not buying like an item. You're buying the chance to work towards an item. It's more like a subscription if you really think of it. My words are still wrong. You've got piss poor arguments, and I'm tired of debating with you, so I'm just going to keep timing you out. Do better, man. Hopefully in the time of your timeout, you can come up with a better argument. COD is full of microtransactions, but it's like you're not forced to buy the microtransactions. You know what I mean? Like, if I don't buy anything in Call of Duty, it doesn't make me worse at this game. Except for those Call of Duties where they did have a couple guns. But that was different. You could gamble for the chance to get a gun that would play better for you. But even then, that was, like, questionable as to whether or not it was going to make you better. I do love the spirited debate, but yeah, I mean, if you are coming here, you do need to actually provide something of substance when I look at your, like... you know, debate against what I'm saying as actually having something that proves things. And I still haven't gotten anything from you guys as to where you're playing these fucking games offline. Nobody said anything where they're playing these offline. Nobody. No one. You're just literally trying to segue into a different discussion to prove your point, but they're not actually showing where you're playing these games offline, which was the initial discussion. Not a single person. Nobody's even saying, like, I bring it to my grandmother's and I want to play offline. Nobody's even said that. The thing they should be saying, though, is that what you should do is like the stream. What? Subscribing's great. Where are you at? Oh, donations, cool. Consider becoming a channel member. Cool perks, emotes, icons, all that great stuff. There's channel member gifting. The Patreon option. The Discord for stream alerts, chatter, and great times. The Xbox Store affiliate link for your Xbox Store purchases, and the Amazon Store affiliate link too. I think that covers it. The other thing that's funny too is like a lot of people don't understand that when you have a physical copy now, all your physical copy is a code to play a digital copy. There's so many people on like comments that I have to describe that to, where they're like, if I buy a physical copy, does it, you know, do I get a different version of the game? And I'm like, your physical copy in the modern console on PlayStation or Xbox is literally just accessing a digital copy of a game. You can even read like the opening sort of license details on a lot of games. You're literally just paying to have a disc that says, as a code on your console, you own this. But you might as well just buy it digitally because it doesn't make a difference. There's like a few games that you can play without having to actually have an online connection, but there's so few of those games that exist these days. Because that's just not where they're making their money. Their money's in the online stuff. Even then, you know, day one updates, bug fixes, it's like... it really is a losing battle trying to actually have stuff there, like, offline, completely offline. Because, again, I don't really understand that sort of focus on it. like, on Steam, you know, you guys, you've been buying Steam games that are digital only for, like, what, well over 10 years, and you don't see people whining about it. But on consoles, everyone is fixated on having to have discs. And I don't understand that at all. Maybe that's why consoles are kind of dying out in general, is because of this, like, weird fixation on, like, an older style of, like, play. And before you say consoles aren't dying out, again, we've gone over, it's a stagnant market, we've tracked it over 30 years. It goes up and down, stays the same, it's not growing. But, you know, PC revenue is growing, mobile revenue is growing, and it's... You know, PC stuff, that's not too many people are buying physical copies of PC stuff, you're buying it digitally. That's just how you buy it. I mean, hell, I've had, what, 2, 3 PCs? I haven't even had a disc tray on those. It's not a thing you really do anymore. But it's cool if you like that. I mean, if you're into it, I don't care. But I'm just saying, it's not something people do. You never knew that about physical copies? Oh, we talk about it all the time on the streams. Seriously, like, you're literally, your physical copy is not playing. Like, they don't play off the disc. So, when you put in a disc on, like, an Xbox, like, there's a few PlayStation 5 games that I think still run off, like, can run off the disc, but when you're putting a disc into your Xbox, all it is basically being like, you own this game, you get to play the digital copy. It doesn't actually run the disc. The only time your disc is running is if it's installing part of it. So if you put something in, like, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, for example, or actually, no, I think Spyro is a better example. Okay, so if you put in Spyro Reignited, you can, like, download off of the disc a percentage of the game. Like, your console... Oh, no, maybe even GTA is better. So it actually says this. So if you put in GTA 5, like the Xbox One disc for GTA 5, it'll say, you are downloading this much from your disc, and then the rest is an online download. So depending on how fast your internet connection is, it's actually faster to actually not use the disc, use the Xbox app to download GTA 5, and then put in your disc so that it registers that you own GTA in order to play it. Yeah, so there's a little fun fact for you. But yeah, so many people are confused about that, and I constantly get those questions on YouTube about, like, you know, discs and disc usage and stuff, and it's like, you're basically just using a license to play a game. How did I get a UAV? Did I kill somebody with, like, a airstrike after I died, or a grenade? Must have got the Mastodome or something, right? The Mastodome. Anyways, I love talking about this stuff, though, because, you know, it's interesting. If I'm missing comments, I'll get to it as well. I'm trying to focus and talk here. Some games have half the game as a day one update. Some games you literally reinstall. Like, I was doing the review stuff for, like, the Series X, right? So they would be doing, like, next-gen, at the time, next-gen versions of these games. So, like, you'd have to reinstall the entire... Like, I remember when I got, like, some of the updates, like, pre-Xbox Series X launch. I think it was Gears 5. I literally had to re-download, like, the entire game to get, like, the new version of it. Because it's, like, a complete revamp. But yeah, day one updates for some of these games are, like, the whole size of a game. That's also an issue, I think, with Xbox, too, is the way they do updates to, like, replace files for games is a little different than PlayStation. So sometimes the PS5 versions will have smaller updates because of the way update management is done. That is something Xbox can work on, honestly, but yeah. Grenades for days. Yeah, I time people out all the time. I really don't give a damn. Get your favorite movies and TV shows digital. Yeah, there's a really good value to getting that kind of stuff. But it's going to be harder and harder to buy TV shows and movies physically. Because there's a very, like, small demand for physical movies and stuff. See, the big problem is a lot of people, there's still actually people that buy, like, DVDs and stuff. They never moved on to newer formats. And then, like, the people that would buy, like, 4K stuff, they just, you know, they buy it digitally and whatnot. See, the biggest problem, and this really bothers me for, like, movie preservation and stuff, is, like, studios, particularly, like, Disney, they really like to go back and change stuff. And, like, you shouldn't be changing a piece of art, it should be staying the same, and you should be putting up, if you have problems with things, you should be putting disclaimers and stuff. But, like, also, like, Disney Plus, like, what was it? I think was it Aquamarine? Like, there's a scene where you could see, like, her butt or whatever, and they CGI'd hair? It's like, come on. Like, yeah, you shouldn't be revamping art in that way. It's just, it feels off, you know? It doesn't feel right. Discs are useless, they always need patches. And that's what I'm saying, is, like, you're fighting... You're inconveniencing yourself, trying to force yourself to buy discs just to, you know, protect the concept of wanting to have physical media. Because it's just not going to exist. And it's like, I have, like, there's literally numbers you can go online and you can see that this is going to be the case. Like, for PC, I haven't, like I said, it's like 2 or 3 PCs. Like, probably well over 10 years, I have not had a disc tray. On consoles this gen, it's supposed to be, I think, 75 or 80% of people are going to only buy games digitally. It's like a dying medium, and it's like nobody buys physical movies, almost no one, because they can't make their money back on those sales anymore, so there's less and less of those being available. You can go to like any one of your entertainment stores, and it's like you can barely find movies to buy. You know, it's all streamed or it's all digital. And I'm not saying it's a good thing, but I'm saying that's just where the consumer trends are headed. I can't change consumer, like, you know, trends. I can't decide what people are doing. I just look at what other people are deciding and telling you that's just how it works. You know, I'm not sitting here being like, oh, physical media needs to die. I'm just saying it is, like, actively dying. You can see that with your eyes. You can look online. You can read sources about how these sales are trending, and it's like eventually that's just what it'll be. Although it is funny for music that vinyl is making a comeback, but that's kind of, it's a specific niche fancy thing, which is what makes vinyl so interesting. But that is like against the trend, which I find utterly fascinating. Yeah. Your PC has a disc tray, but you don't use it. Yeah, but seriously, I don't even have a slot on my PC. Like, my PC is, like, completely, trying to think of the name, tempered glass all around it. Like, I'd have to buy, like, an extra attachment. And I don't even know where you would buy that in a store, like, an attachment to read discs. And, yeah, I haven't had a disc tray for, like, a long time. what was it? I was handing down one of, I think, a few PCs older PCs to my father, and he's like, where's the disc tray? I'm like, disc tray? I was like, what are you talking about? I had to get him like a special version of Age of Empires 2 so he could keep, or not Age of Empires, sorry, Civilization 2 Test of Time from '98. I know he still plays that. Because I was like, you don't have a disc tray anymore. He's like, well, how do I play the game? I'm like, it's all digital. I'm like, you can't. People don't do disc trays. He really did not understand that concept. Okay, we're gonna have to see if anyone is still playing. Have we run out of luck with others? Pre-game lobby. Let's see. Okay, so there's a few people here. Let me see if there's an actual lobby underway. Usually what happens is there's like a full match and we get like stuck out of it. Main menu, this person is in a pre-game lobby. Okay, let's see if we can join this one. That's worse. Why are you doing a private match? That's so bizarre. Okay, let's see who else we got here. Home screen, home screen. Actually, it's better to go from the social menu, isn't it? Recent players, because then we can see what they're playing. No, we can't on this one. Okay. Oh my god, did they get into like a full match and I can't join now? Because that would be kind of funny. Main menu, pre-game lobby. Ooh, you might have reached the end of Modern Warfare. I don't think this has ever happened before. Looks like the player base might actually be dwindling on this one. It is also the middle of the week. QQO deal. Or duel, that's funny. Pre-game lobby. But this pregame lobby is full, I'm assuming, because I can't join. Okay, no, he's at the main menu now. Okay, there we go. Now we got a match. We got lucky. Oh, hey, Laurie. Fake years, that kills me. Retail stores. Yeah, there'll still be retail stores, but they just sell different stuff. Like my GameStop, like locally for like the last 5 years, is just like a glorified toy store, right? No, I think retail stores will still be around, but they'll just change. I don't know if you've noticed that, but retail stores, they change what they have, they change what's available. Some people still like to go and buy things in person. Not everything will like be online only, I don't think, unless we have like a drastic societal change. Some stuff people still like clothing. People like to still go and try on clothing. So it, you know, some stuff stays like that. Tempered glass, yeah. You love tempered. Sorry, I gotta read that comment. He loves tempered ass. With the hard yeah, midnight releases were fun. They were a good time, but they don't also make sense these days, right? Drop a grenade when I die, of course. You're gonna rock that. Nintendo, because they hold their value. That's fair. Nintendo games do actually seem to hold their value very, very well. Frustrating if somebody has a skin you want, but you can't afford to buy it. Yeah, but that doesn't, like, you know, that sucks for you, of course, but, like, that doesn't, like, make you bad. Like, if you don't have the pink furry bunny skin, it doesn't make you worse at Call of Duty, you know? You get what I mean? It's not... Your game isn't worse because you can't... Like, you can't even see your character. It's first person, but... You know, it's not like it's making you worse at the game. Although that concept would be funny. Maybe you need the emotional context of it. Oh god, so many freaking comments. Hello there, folks. I already drank through my rum and coke earlier. Ugh, who's pressure? I feel pressured to buy my special horse skin in Diablo every time I play that game. Actually, no, I have the Ultimate Edition or whatever, so I have like a fire horse, so I don't feel pressured to buy the bone skin horse. For $20. The other problem is people paying that much for stuff is like, you know... It's because people will pay for it, that's how they've created pricing and that. I can't control consumers, they buy what they want and they buy how they want it, right? I'm just here to enjoy stuff. What's up? Hello there, hope you're doing well. Buying shower stuff online? It's like, that's what I'm saying though, is like there's some stuff that people like to go and buy in stores and I don't think that's going to change, but it's going to be the stores that adjust to that. Like malls here, malls are kind of dying, but like some of the malls are changing. They're becoming outdoor store malls where you don't go inside to shop, you just go to the specific mall you want, and or a specific store in the mall you want, and that's just them adjusting to what consumers are doing. Who knows, maybe at some point there's going to be some weird big retro trend where like indoor malls come back. I don't know. I can't track society, I can only do like predictions and, you know, see logical changes and attitudes and stuff, and that's kind of how it works. You analyze and you predict, and sometimes things surprise you. Like, I don't know, how many people thought Indiana Jones was going to be one of the biggest box office bombs of all time? I didn't really see that coming. And here we are. But then again, that movie should have never cost. Had a budget of $329 million. They're freaking crazy. That's Disney with their bloated budgets. It's killing them. Our UAV is online. I'm out of bullets. Tears of the Kingdom had a huge midnight release. It did. It really did. But that's like a specific Nintendo thing that they could still pull that off. You have a cool ghost skin from Diablo 4 because you played it and earned it in the game? Well, that is kind of wild. Yeah, you can earn some stuff in that game too. But it's just kind of funny being like, you know, saying that online-only games are forcing you to buy microtransactions, and it's like I didn't feel that once in Diablo 4. I doubt there's like really anyone out there that's being like, I can't play this game because these microtransactions, and it's like I don't think there's anything they could even add to that game that would be like, I can't play this because of the microtransactions. They're also giving you like free seasonal content, and I don't know. Got like 60 hours of that game, and not a single time did I feel like I was having to buy anything else. If anything, I'm excited because there's going to be new stuff coming, and I can go back and play it even more. Hell of a game. I really do like that one. Actually, some of the coolest stuff of Diablo is the fact you could do online, and like, you know, you could do like these big group battles and stuff and public events. I love that. It worked out really well for it. Applebee's is giving tickets to Indiana Jones for a $30 meal. That's nice. Oh, thanks for considering to use the affiliate link. That's what I appreciate. It'll be fun to play and earn stuff in the game. Well, there's still some stuff you can earn. But all the cool stuff you have to buy, because they like money. We are a capitalist society, you know. Anyways, it's been a while. Be sure to like the stream. Subscribing's great, donations cool. Consider becoming a channel member. Cool perks, emotes, icons. It's like $1 to join. Why not be a member? There's channel member gifting, the patron option, the Discord for stream alerts, chatter, and great times. There's the Xbox Store affiliate link for Xbox Store purchases, and the Amazon Store affiliate link as well. But yeah, no, I always appreciate it if people, you know, consider using the links and stuff if they do go to buy anything. Just an extra way to support the content, because I mean, you're probably buying stuff anyways, and it just, you know, sends a bit my way on that. Keeps me afloat with the work and all that, you know. I did sell like one of the monitors, the Samsung monitor I reviewed. I did actually get one of those on an affiliate link, and I was like, oh, that's sick. And believe it or not, I've actually sold like a ton of Series X's. Imagine if the Xbox actually had like a freaking creator code. I'm probably missing out on tons of affiliate stuff if they had a simple affiliate code that you could put on your Xbox and you go to buy something. Come on, Xbox, get it together. Unicorn skin for your barbarian. They'll literally die. They'll walk into the field and crumble as a skeleton. Yeah, it comes with the battle pass, but you don't have to buy the battle pass. But you're not as cool if you don't. They're good Prime deals. I'll have to look and see if there's any monitors I can get. Build with a 4070. Oh, I hope you have fun with that. Good luck with your PC builds. PC builds are fun. You can do some really cool stuff. You knew it was gonna bomb. I don't know, man. Like, Indiana Jones is like a pretty classic IP, but you can literally sit there and you can track all the failures coming together for it. But I still did not see it becoming as big as of a bomb as it is going to end up being. Like, that's crazy. And as I said, if Disney's Dream Wake or something, what's that movie called? There's one more movie from Disney that costs like $200 million for them to make. And if that one bombs, every single studio of Disney will have put out a bomb this year. Not a good bomb like Oppenheimer. I think it's Disney Dream? See, it's so forgettable. I forgot about it. That's not a good sign for that film, guys. I reference it and I don't even remember what it's called. Disney upcoming movies? Can't even find this. Okay, let's see. Oh, it's called Disney Wish. Yeah, it's got like a $200 million budget. And if that one does like bombs, which I think for a $200 million budget it might, that would be every single studio within Disney would have a bomb this year, which is crazy and not good for the film industry. I know you like the bunnies. Is the Activision deal dead? It's like so dead right now, man. It's like undead. So as I said earlier in a few times, and I'll do it one more time, but I am actually pretty tired. So essentially, you know, like, to fit within the deadline, the deal needs did need to get decided upon today. That being said, maybe the deal has gone through, we don't know about it. There is a website that like updates based on government stuff, so technically that should have updated if the information went through or a decision was made, and that didn't happen, so the deal, I believe, did not get made already. But it could have, you know, maybe, I don't know. There is the possibility that, like, say the judge rules in Microsoft's favor, she could waive the 5-day wait period. So that's the problem, is there's a 5 business day wait period. Technically, the judge could waive that wait period. Technically, Xbox could buy an extension or renegotiate an extension with Activision to make the deal go on further. So, like, yes, there are possibilities that it could still happen, but it is also in a state where it's kind of like undead, where it's like, you know, the timeline has technically passed, but yes, other things could happen where the timeline still is worked within, or the timeline gets extended. I don't know what's gonna happen. You know, I'm not in the US government, I'm not even a citizen of the US, so I don't know why I know so much about their political and law systems, but I seem to because of the goddamn deal. But yeah, there are still paths where technically the deal can go through. It's just less and less likely as each day goes on, and less likely as more hurdles pop up and all this other stuff. As far as I'm concerned, I'm still in the favor of the deal going through. I believe it'll still go through until I see otherwise. That's the biggest problem, is it's like, for me it's hard to see like where it's not going through, because like a definitive block hasn't come up yet. Like, I thought the CMA block was the definitive block, and then I'm seeing all this new info where it's like, or I saw this new info where it's like the CMA block maybe doesn't matter that much. And now I'm sitting here being like, do people that are talking about the deal even know what they're talking about? It's hilarious, seriously. Like, there's... That's where I was saying I was having such a hard time finding an unbiased source about this deal. So it's hard to get actual accurate information, because I'm not a, you know, I don't work in antitrust. Like, this is not my wheelhouse. I play video games. I'm good at researching and, you know, presenting findings, and I'm really good at, like, you know, doing investigative type stuff and actually pulling together information and presenting it to people in an eatable way. That's kind of what I do. And I play video games, and I make videos. I'm not like an antitrust lawyer. I don't have, you know... But I've learned a lot about it over the year and a half because it's been part of my job. But, like, yeah, it's... You know, every time I'm kind of like, oh, it's dead and stuff, all of a sudden there's, like, a new weird path to get it done. But I would say, as far as I understand it, is if, like, if the injunction is granted, the deal is dead. But, like, if the deal isn't granted, the deal will go through. And Microsoft will just shove it through the UK. And the British will have to accept it. I don't know why there's such inconveniences to the British recently. I don't understand it. Them and their precious clouds. Does it rain a lot in the UK? Maybe that's why. Maybe they really care about the clouds. Maybe they confused cloud gaming with actual rain clouds. New egg, fantastic. Well, if you get a good pre-build, I hope you enjoy it and have fun with that. Yeah, Naraka Blade Point is going free to play, which I think should be good. I think I'll check it out on the PS5. We'll do a video of it. We might do a stream of it. There was like a deal I was offered with the people that make Naraka Blade Point, so I'm actually gonna send them a message and like see if they want to redo that deal, and then maybe we'll do a bunch of streams around it. But I'd have to ask them again. And I kind of just like I was so busy that I wasn't really getting the replies and stuff done. So on my end, that kind of fell apart. But yeah, with it going free to play, I'm kind of genuinely curious. So we'll check it out. We'll probably actually do like, well, I don't know. We'll do a PS5 review for Naraka Blade Point, but we might do a Series X stream because it's free to play, so people might be interested in it because of that. I still don't quite know. Like, we also need to do a Modern Warfare 2 Reloaded stream to tie in with that. And I want to do a Halo MCC stream because of the new update that's coming that adds 8-player firefight. I'd love to do some 8-player firefight stream matches. I think that would be a lot of fun. So I'm going to have to sit there and, like, schedule stuff. And like I said, I have a very, very busy week. There is a lot of stuff going on, so wait and see. I'll try to set everything else up properly. I mean, this is the biggest buy in video game history. It's one of the biggest tech buys. Like this is a huge deal, man. It's a really, really big deal. It's like probably the biggest industry event that like will likely happen in my lifetime. Unless, you know, companies splurge with extra cash flow over the next few decades or something, who knows, but like this is a monstrously big deal. It's huge. Tired of the deal? I like the excitement of it. It's been fun, you know, like I said, we've talked about it every day for like a year and a half. It's interesting. I'm intrigued by the deal. It's been a fun thing to watch, but it is also kind of like I do want this to wrap up at some point so we can move on. Yeah, 8-player firefight. It's getting added on July 13th, I believe is the update. Yeah, 8-player firefight. So that's pretty cool, right? Like that's a lot of people. So I was like, I want to do a stream around this because we did a stream when they added Flood Firefight. We did a stream, which was a lot of fun. But now they're doing like 8-player firefight. I'm like, that doubles the players. They're not changing the. They said they can't change how many AI are on the map, but they said if you play like Legendary Flood, it should be a great time. So yeah, kind of excited. I don't specifically have plans for anything on Prime, but I might check out some monitors. Yeah. Who was the one? I think there was somebody that used to work on like World of Warcraft or something, or was it at PlayStation or something like that? It was like all the people on Xbox or on Twitter that are like Xbox fans are getting paid off, and I'm like, I wish I was getting paid off and then I could buy my freaking house, man. I'd like some of that sweet Microsoft cash. Sucks to suck. Who are these Xbox influencers getting money that I'm not? All the versions of Halo Firefight, from what I understand, are getting 8-player firefight. Yeah. You'd have to go read it. I don't know if I posted it on the Discord, but like, you know, it is, or it's on Halo Waypoint and stuff, and it's just, yeah, it's the update for the 13th. It's the big update. I think they're also adding some of the modded stuff too for Halo PC, so I might download Halo PC and take a look at that. It's like they're adding a bunch of cut content from earlier. Like if you guys have not looked up the cut content stuff, like if you're a big Halo fan and like you've ever been curious about like Halo Macworld stuff and that, like really old Halo stuff, like cut Halo 2 levels and cut Halo 2 content, and cut Halo 1 content. They've got this huge write-up of all this stuff they're adding to modded Halo PC. Hopefully to console someday too, but they're adding like, I think it's 10 multiplayer maps, 5 or so like AI creatures, a few different weapons. I think there's some other stuff too that they're adding, some like cut game modes, like stuff like that's being added. Oh, and the Acrophobia skull, the flying skull, is being added to Halo 1 with this update as well. So Combat Evolved, you'll be able to fly with that skull. So that's pretty. It's a really cool update. It's the first MCC update in 6 months, I think, but it's pretty awesome. I'm really excited actually. Could give a damn less about the Infinite updates, but yeah, I am really excited for some new MCC stuff. Definitely enjoy our Halo here, that's for sure. Our UAV is online.
Our UAV is online.
You picked up a Canadian guitar. Oh, I think you mentioned that earlier, and I kind of read it and didn't really reply anything. That's cool, man. I should throw it on the Discord so we can see it. Do I know Canadian thrash bands? Not really. Acrophobia for CE is going to be on console, yeah. Ultra saving mode. Saving is good, man. It's good to save money. If you have extra cash sitting around, you should throw it in like a GIC. It's a good way to make money. I've got my, I got a banking appointment on Thursday, so I'm going to do another GIC. Talk about the FHSA and stuff, so. Gonna do some hardcore banking on Thursday. Whoa, those guys bumped up. Talk about hardcore banking right there. Jeez. Ow. Our UAV recon is online. MCC's still the way to go. Oh, you know it is. Other thing is, like, MCC's been getting updated for like 9 years now. That's so impressive, considering it was something I think a lot of people thought they were just gonna drop, so. Bravo to the support for that game. I do think that game was also pretty damaging, though, at the time. Like, literally, I still have a couple friends that don't play Halo because of how that launched. Yeah, actually, I wonder if I can drag, like, Kevin or Mitchell to jump in on MCC with, like, 8-player firefight. Did we bring Kevin along for firefight last time, or no? Did we bring Mitchell? I can't remember who we brought along for firefight last time when they did the flood firefight update. Was it Kevin? I can't remember. Speedrun door skip with the Warthog? Maybe not that one. Actually, I don't think I'm familiar with that. Disney Speedstorm going free to play. Yeah, I saw that's kind of cool. We might do like a stream tie-in with that. I'm not too sure. September is pretty far off, so I'm not really scheduling anything that far in advance. It's usually like most stuff like streams is like a week in advance at most, and video content is sometimes a few days in advance. Depends on how much early I get stuff or how formulated my content is. But yeah, it should be getting really busy around here in like September. The fall always is, but this year is going to be particularly busy. Dun 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 dun. Ah, god damn it. You can download Halo? You can always download Halo 5, what do you mean? MCC's better for content for Fiverr Infinite? Yeah, it is pretty wild. You would think with, like, newer, like, games that we'd be getting more and more content, but it feels like we get, like, less and less content with these launches. Which is kind of funny. Because, like, for Halo, it's like, what were they doing for 7 years to have such a bare-bones Halo Infinite launch? Like, it's just sad. Like, you know, you got Naughty Dog there. They go away for 5 years, and they come out with a freaking masterpiece, like, every time. And it's like, you know, the huge focus of, like, Microsoft, and the best they can come up with is, like, a bare-bones, awful-looking, like, just minimal game of Halo Infinite. Is like, what happened? I'm very excited to see the long-term, like, leaks and info about, like, the situation behind that studio. It's gonna be fascinating. And then a lot of people will be like, oh, but COVID and stuff, but it's like, that was, like, the end of the development. They still got an extra year as well on that. It's like, what happened the first however many years? It's like fiddling around. Same with what was it? I really wonder what Rare's been cooking up. Like, I feel like Everwild is supposed to be so far away, but like, you know, they do updates to Sea of Thieves, but it's like, you know, you can't tell me that's what the whole studio of Rare's been working on. So like, yeah, I'm surprised there's not more output from Rare. I think that's an issue with Microsoft, is like some level of studio mismanagement, because it's like you have these big studios and they're not putting out games more consistently. It's a problem. This area you use a Warthog to drift to the closing, you can skip right to having Unlocko. I think we talked about that with Kevin, right? Like when we were doing Halo C as a stream, we were like chatting about that there being a skip with the stuff, but we couldn't remember how to do it. That's the problem with like a lot of the Halo like glitches. It's like unless I did it like a lot back in the day, I don't really remember them all when you go to play them. Because there's such gaps between when you replay like campaign stuff. Like I know for Halo 2 we had like the sword skipping, but I really did not remember like where to do the sword skipping. And yeah, it's just been so long. Oh yeah, I also had somebody on like a comments the other day saying that I was wrong in this game. They said it was running at 4K, and I'm like, no, this is definitely like 1080p mode. It's like really, really present. There's like a shocker on that. Rare is like Mojang. Well, Mojang's actually putting out good, consistent games. Like they're updating Minecraft every year. Well, I guess they're more overseeing stuff, but like literally we had Legends this year, and then like what, a year or two ago they had Dungeons, and Dungeons had a lot of content updates to it. So like Mojang's actually, they're putting out, you know, pretty good stuff. I mean, you know, it's debatable on how some stuff launches, but you know, they're actually consistently adding stuff to Minecraft. And for me, I never really saw Mojang as a studio that would like put out more games. I saw them as literally they just work on Minecraft. But like Rare is a studio that should be putting out multiple games over time. Because if you think about it, like what did they release before Sea of Thieves? Like Rare Replay doesn't even really count, but like what did they release before Sea of Thieves? And you just kind of look at it and it's like, you know, what have they really been working on? Like back in the day, Rare used to put out a lot of games, and now it's like nowadays it's like barely anything. Anyways, it's been a while. Be sure to like the stream. Subscribing's great. Donation's cool. Consider becoming a channel member. Cool perks, emotes, icons, all that great stuff. There's channel member gifting, the Patreon option, the Discord for stream alerts, chatter, and great times, the Xbox Store affiliate link for your Xbox Store purchases, and the Amazon Store affiliate link too. And hopefully there's some sort of info on the deal tomorrow, and I'm sure that will be the main focus of our chat. I have to pick what we're streaming tomorrow. I really don't know, but we'll come up with something. I have no idea. I know we've got some updates on the like Wednesday, but like until then, I'm kind of like bridging the gap. We've had good variety though recently, right? Like we did Black Ops 2 yesterday. We did GTA before that. We had quite a few random games. We did like a Quantum of Solace stream. Yeah, there's been some random stuff. Killer Instinct. They didn't do Killer Instinct. That was Helix. And then was Helix the company that took over? Sorry, there was an original company that did Killer Instinct, and then there was another company that came in and like revamped Killer Instinct and made it really, really good. But I can't remember who that was. I know Double Helix was one of the studios. But I can't remember what the other one was. This was a long time ago too, that's why it's fuzzier. Can export Rivals. That actually might have been the other one they did. Well, let me take a look, because that Rare Replay doesn't really count, because it's like a compilation of older games. List of games developed by Rare. Battletoads doesn't count because that was they were supporting one on that one. So literally, Connect Sports Rivals was their in 2014. That was their last. So they did 2014. They did Connect Sports Rivals, and then Sea of Thieves was like 2018. That is some seriously light output, because Sea of Thieves launched pretty light too. Yeah, that is, for one of their like major studios, that kind of light output is not great. But to be fair, Sea of Thieves did become a really big game that does make a lot of money and has a lot of players. So it's a huge success, and they keep banking on that by doing big updates for it. So like, you know, I'm not saying Rare is doing like bad, but like they should have more output considering their studio size. Cause yeah, that's pretty crazy. Oh, thanks for becoming a channel member there, Hayden. Welcome back. Yeah. But that is wild. Gears, Rare doesn't work on Gears. The Coalition works on Gears of War. And they are working on Gears 6 right now. And I hope it's spectacular. I do love me some Gears. It's actually pretty prideful having Gears of War made by like a Canadian studio. It's kind of awesome. Especially since, you know, they're usually pretty top tier quality. Yeah. It's awesome. Hopefully someday I'll get to go visit the Coalition. Would be nice. You're just lying. Why are you lying down there? That's such a weird spot. What game am I playing? Viva Pinata. Filled with fun. Filled with fun. You guys aren't even going to be able to handle the Viva Pinata stream when we do it. Like, you literally will not be able to, like, even comprehend that one. It will blow your mind. We're going to get, like, all the pinatas. Cold War. Ugh. Of all the CODs to get added to, like, PlayStation Plus, where I could maybe do, like, a stream of it on PlayStation, it's Cold War? Ugh. It's actually kind of worrisome because of that game getting added to PS Plus. I think that's going to prevent it from being on Game Pass for quite a while. Because PlayStation does have like a first look thing too, where it's like they get the first opportunity to put it on their service. And then when that ends, if they do go... So this is like the contract for other companies, or other games that they've had. So like PlayStation will make it so that if they do the marketing, they have first rights to pay for PS Plus. To have the game on PS Plus. And then they get a year of it, kind of usually exclusive. And then if that company wants to go on Game Pass, the company will get a deal from like Microsoft, and then that company has to take it back to PlayStation, give PlayStation a chance to counter that deal. And then from that point on, then it can be on something like Game Pass. So that's like a very aggressive deal system. So yeah, that actually might make Cold War for a very long time not be available on Game Pass. It would actually be funny if Modern Warfare 2 ends up on Game Pass before Cold War. 2012 Flight Sim? The Coalition? I don't think the Coalition existed in 2012, did they? When was Gears 4 coming out? Because they used to be known as Tusk, and they were working on like a Shanghai game. And then they got rebranded as the Coalition to work on Gears because Microsoft bought the IP. Flight Sim. I love Flight Sim. Yeah. The magic of Viva Pinata, it will be wild. Kevin and I will have a masterful garden. You guys will be like, oh my god. We'll start from scratch too, obviously. We'll have to relearn how Viva Pinata works, but it'll be a lot of fun. Yeah, it's gonna be nuts. And you'll never know when it comes. It'll just randomly, it'll be one of those days. It'll be like, it's Viva Pinata. I think the funnier thing is him and I both having experience with that game, because it's like, I don't think there was that many people that played it. Otherwise, there'd be more sequels. Yeah. Blah, 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 blah. I prestige more doing streams of COD than I did just casually playing it. It's hilarious. I do have 10th prestige though in the original game of this. 4 days 16. It's so much faster to level in this game and any COD when you like have anything other than deathmatch. Game Studios Vancouver. Really? Because they were. Are you sure it's the same one? Because it's supposed to be they were Tusk originally. But that is utterly fascinating if they originally worked on Flight Sim, because that is funny. Founded in 2010. Wow. That is hilarious. They were Zipline Studios. They made Relic Rescue for Facebook. They were renamed Microsoft Game Studios Vancouver. They made Flight Sim, and they were making a Connect shooter game, Project Columbia. And then Project Columbia and further development on Microsoft Flight Sim were canceled. All 35 employees were laid off. Then on November 29th, 2012, the studio was renamed Black Tusk. And then they were supposed to make a major franchise to rival Halo. And then they bought Gears of War, and then they turned Black Tusk into Gears of War Studio. What the hell? Can you even consider that the same studio if they were literally like everyone was fired from it and they were rebranded? That is so weird. I did not know that. I like that I know that now, but that is so strange. Zipline Studios. Wow. The more you know. You know, you learn something new every day almost. But yeah, that is bizarre. And kind of funny. The what situation? I don't even know who that is. What am I gonna do with all the COD points? Oh, I'm gonna buy some skins and stuff. I guess. I've been saving them up so I can actually buy something. See, the funny thing is they take so long to actually add cool skins to COD that, like, practically I should almost save them just for Modern Warfare 3, but yeah, I'm probably gonna get the Wampa Fruit pack, and, you know, with the Reloaded on Wednesday, so I'm probably gonna get the Wampa pack, the Wampa Fruit pack gun skins, and, maybe one of the boys' character packs. I don't really know the show that much, but yeah, I'll probably buy one of the character skins to have and stuff. Yeah. Bugsnax was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed doing the Bugsnax stream. That was a great time. What a weird game. I think that one lived up to the weirdness of it, right? I think it did. Sadly, it's not on the Game Pass anymore. But I await Bugsnax too, because I'm assuming Bugsnax was a big success. You know, it was on PS Plus at launch, then it ended up on Game Pass, so like, I'm sure they've made their cash for that one, and they'll do a sequel. If they don't, it's a shame. Kerbal Space. I have no plans for Kerbal Space Program. I do have it, but yeah, I don't have any plans to do a video on it. I did download Pillars of Eternity too, because I realized I covered the first one, which got like 20,000 views, and then I didn't do the sequel for some reason, so that was pretty dumb of me. That's, you know, that'll come eventually. I don't know. Eventually, I think I'll just run out of games to do, and then I'll have to do Kerbal Space Program, I guess, but it's not a priority on stuff. Do COD points transfer? Yeah, COD points go all the way back to is Call of Duty World War II the first game they go back to? The COD coins they track from I think Call of Duty World War II is the first one. Anything past that, your COD points are shared across every Call of Duty game, which is awesome. Yeah, so they are shared. So that's pretty good value. The gunk? Yeah, we streamed the gunk. We did a live stream of the whole game. It was fun. I liked it for what it was. I mean, it wasn't mind-blowing. We made a lot of jokes about blowing and sucking in that game. So the gunk was a fun stream. It was very fun. It took some typing. I think I literally said that in the chat, though, what you just said about the naming being changed. Did you miss me actually, like, saying that because you were reading it? Because I literally read that off to people before you typed all that out, man. I literally went over the whole history of it, actually. So someone else can back me up on that. I literally, yeah, I went through all that. Why are we losing so badly? Giving this team everything. Wampa fruit? Yeah, you know it. 3 weeks left on the battle pass. Again, answer the question, Stu, before you vanish again. Were you the one that said I should have the bandolier perk? Was it you? Or was it someone else? Do I have a backlog? I mean, always. In my line of work? Yeah, of course. I'm always working on, like, you know, several games at the same time. Always, yeah. I always have things on the go. You think Advanced Warfare was the first one? Fair enough. The first one I noticed was Call of Duty World War II, because we do streams of that one. And everything carries over. The game is still so dead? What? Or is he maybe he's thinking of Halo Infinite. Did Mitchell think I would text him about Halo Infinite? I want to see what his reply is, because he's like, the game is so dead. I think he was talking about Infinite.
Enemy helicopter inbound.
Let's see what he has to say. Oh yeah, he thought it was Infinite. That's funny. Oh god, that's hilarious. Oh, that kills me. Talk to him about Firefight. He's like, nobody plays that game. I have to tell him I wouldn't bother him over Infinite. That's actually hilarious. I like that Mitchell has like this strange job now where sometimes he'll text me at like random hours of the night because he does like paramedic stuff. it's so hilarious having somebody up at this hour that occasionally like will reply with like funny stuff. It kills me. Has anything happened on the deal? Nope. A recreational backlog? No, I don't do recreational stuff. No, you wrote further on it. No, I literally, I went over all of that. I just didn't have the dates for it, but I literally said that they were a zipline. I said what they worked on. I said them losing their employees. I did the whole thing, man. I literally did the whole breakdown.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
Seriously, I'm not even kidding. I did it all. Yeah, he loved my message. Infinite is so dead, I wouldn't bother you. Oh, that kills me. That's actually so funny. Golf with your friends. I'm kind of tempted. The SpongeBob power washing one is kind of funny to me. And we'll do Shipment. What were they adding to Power Wash? That was the Warhammer. I think we might do a Power Wash stream over Warhammer. That looked really funny. Hello there. Yeah, I'm not fighting with you. Their history, the Coalition's history, is hilarious. That's why I was like sitting there like reading it all, because I was like, what the heck? They literally died as a studio, came back as a studio with other people, and got name changes. Games I play outside of work? Not really. I used to play Halo MCC recreationally, but I haven't really had too much interest in that as of recent. So, yeah, no, I just, yeah, nope. Not really, yeah. It's all work stuff. Work, work, work. I enjoy it, though. Alright, let's do some shipment, guys. Who's ready to die, and who's ready to like this stream if you already haven't? Because, I mean, what are you doing if you haven't already? Seriously. You wonder what the older flight sims are like? They're actually pretty impressive for their era, but yeah. The newer flight sims are so... I'm very, very excited for Flight Sim 2024. We're gonna stream that one. We're gonna do videos on it. I'm gonna do video tours again. It's gonna be awesome. I love Flight Sim. Yeah, I'm very, very passionate about my flight simming. If you guys haven't seen my tours, they're pretty fun. I actually go to different cities around the world in Flight Sim, and I do like a sightseeing tour. They're pretty fun videos. And we do streams, like I've done, like, you know, showing off Canada and stuff, and yeah. It's a lot of fun. Dude never replying to my question. I want to know if he was the bandolier guy. Was it him? Maybe it was Kirkland, actually. I don't really remember. I have to go back so many streams to figure that out, too. Their first game was a Facebook game, right? What are the codes for? Being a good student. That's the fun of the codes, is you're not supposed to know what they are. You just fight over them and go, ooh, and you maybe get something cool. I don't know why people complain about stuff. I'm being sarcastic about not playing games for fun. I don't have really time for it, so I don't recreational. I very rarely recreational play games. Like I said, I go on lots of like walks, hikes, I have lots of other stuff to do, business stuff to do, and yeah. I mean, occasionally I'll sit there and play something, but most of the time, no. It's mostly all work-driven. Man, I hate flashbangs so much. I actually killed somebody? Awesome. Yeah. That's how I control your consoles from a distance, guys, is the codes. Anyways, guys, it's been a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed. I hope somebody got the code today. I think we gave out like 2, so that was fun. And, yeah, I'm pretty tired, but, think we had a good run. We'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully we'll have some info on the deal or whatnot. Oh, that's actually a full match. Yeah, whatever. I'm finished. Have a good one, guys.